Okay. There we go. There we go. So, there it goes. We're fine. We're back.
You what?
Yeah, we don't have time for it to update. Hello. Okay, welcome back, anybody from YouTube. Yee. Thank you. Thank you for repinning it, Breen. Appreciate it. Okay, cool. We are back. We are back. We are back. We are back. Bow, 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 bow. Bow, 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 bow. Hello. Hi, the Dot Hacker. Hello. Welcome in. And this is what Scott felt like to have the ball hit in his face for the 5th time. Dude, it's so funny. And what happened? It got copyrighted. Shall we? Wait, why do I have to type it? They can see me now. I'm sorry. I'm silly. I'm a little silly sometimes. I'm just a silly little guy. Just a silly little guy. The short VOD of Scott Stern. Time to get your tissue boxes out? Yes. So now that it has officially been an hour, we are going to be going into the actual part of today's segment that's going to be pretty dark, pretty grim, honestly. I will be honest, I don't expect like I don't expect myself to not cry about this, to be honest. Hold on. I'm just going to okay. Yeah. Um there's probably going to be moments where I'm going to sit down and I'm going to cry because you guys are going to be your guys' messages are going to be shared. So I just want to preface this now for everybody before we start reading. To anybody that commented in the men's mental health appreciation channel, just a reminder, I will be showing your guys' messages. So if you are not comfortable with your story being shown online, so please understand that. If you do not want it there, go and delete it now or forever hold your peace. I'm seriously not ready. Hi, Dark. Hello. Let me play your little intro real quick. Ah. I don't know if you could hear it. I don't know why it's so quiet. Okay. So, in case you guys didn't know, it is Men's Mental Health Month. And I have had people ask me, why are you so passionate about men's mental health and why do you focus on it so much? And here's the thing, right? I have so many men in my life that I cherish and care about very, very much. Um, I have my dad, I have my 2 grandfathers, I have um I have 2 uncles, and I have at least 10, probably more. 10, 10 plus cousins um that are men, young men, and I have a bunch of other family members that are men that are the greatest people in my life. I also have my best friends. My best friends are male, most of them. I do have my girl best friends, but my my mod team is all men. My um my community is men. I very much love and I appreciate men very, very much so. Um, and not to shit on women, because yes, women have things hard and difficult too. But I've seen a lot of women put men down in my life, and I I hate seeing women hurt men. Uh it hurts me, and I try my best as a person, because I know I'm not perfect, and of course I'm going to hurt men every now and then too. I'm only human after all. But I never want to be in a position where a man can confide in me, and then I use that against them, because that I think that's the biggest thing, right? There's a lot of women in this world that will say, "Hey, I'm here for you. You can lean on me, you can depend on me." But as soon as you and that girl get in a fight, they will throw it back in your face and make it seem like you are less of a man for that. And I hate that. I despise that. I detest that. I feel like that is the most disgusting and vile thing that you can do as a person, is if somebody is relying on you for you to just completely yank the yank the fucking carpet on the rug from underneath your feet, you know? Like that is detestable to me. Um and so for anyone that's ever been hurt, I know I'm not the one that's hurt you, but I hope that you know that there are amazing women that will stand beside you guys and will fight for you at the very least, you know? And just to preface, I don't do any of this because I want donations or I want you guys to be extremely loyal to me or anything like that. I don't talk about these matters for that. In fact, we are doing a charity event right now um for men's mental health. So please, I encourage you to go and donate to that first before ever doing anything for me. Um I really want to be somebody that can help you guys through your dark days. So, this is going to be a very serious conversation. That's why I kind of wanted us to have a lot of fun earlier, and for us to get kind of like enter in with a happy note, but just know it's going to get dark, and there is probably going to be a lot of triggering topics that are going to be going forward. So if you are easily triggered, um, if you are easily triggered, please, 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 feel free to take today's stream off. But just know that you are loved, you are cared for, and you are appreciated. So, thank you to all of my lovely shroomies that have felt comfortable enough to talk to us about your situation. Remember, I am not a therapist. I will never be a therapist. Um, but I can give the best advice that I have, and I'm just someone here that's going to read your story. If you would like your story to be told, your struggles with mental health, um, any bad issues that you've gone through in your life, feel free to join the Discord and put it in the men's mental health appreciation thread. We will be going through that today, and we'll be getting through as many as possible. I may leave or lurk. I want to hang out with my brother tonight, and I'm sure my crude jokes won't do anything for letting out vulnerable stories. Love you guys. Please find whatever it is that helps you find enjoyment or peace. Thank you, Dr. Shaky Jones. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate all of you guys. Wow, well, that was all very nice to hear, especially from a passing notification I just got a couple minutes ago. Keep up the positivity. Thank you, Kaiser. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. It especially hurts as well because not only is this mentality getting pushed IRL, but it is also online by content creators and news medias. And I will say, and I do detest anyone that just puts all of men down for anything. Like I don't like people like that. So public service announcement. I don't enjoy that, because if you hate all men, then you hate everyone that I hold dear to me. Besides the very few women in my circle in my life. Um, so I will fight you. But that's just another thing. So thank you, everybody. Remember to be kind and courteous. It took a lot of courage for people to talk out about the situations and the trauma that they've gone through. So please be respectful, and yeah, thank you guys so much for sharing. Let's get into it. So we have our albino Oompa Loompa, aka Chains. Yes, we named him that because he is small. Um, so when I came out about my molestation by the hands of a woman in 7th grade, two female classmates came up to me and said, Chains, you weren't molested. You're saying that for attention. Then in high school, a guy and girl both said they would have enjoyed it. Over the years, I developed a fear of women and got used to the idea I was alone as a man and will be mocked. And my dad isn't the best role model of what it means to be a man, and it's hard learning to be a man myself at the age of 20. Learning patience, control my emotions, and learning self respect and loving myself is hard when a father thinks being a man is emotionless, and the only time you really saw emotion is anger. I love my dad, he is just a lost soul, but I knew I wanted to grow and heal and have a wife and kids, so I knew I had to start the healing process, and since then I have fought through the comments, ignored the mockery of man, getting molested comments, followed God, and leaned on Him. I am now on the last few stages of my healing process. I am not healed, but I know who I want to be as a man. Not what society or family wants me to be, but the man God calls me to be and who I want to be. It's hard, but it's achievable. I hope this is what y'all wanted. That is very beautiful. Um my god. I'm probably just gonna be leaving the crying toggle on. First off, Chains, thank you for telling us your story. I'm so sorry about everything that's happened to you. That should have never happened to you. Um ever, ever, ever. And I know that it is hard going through this, and um I was somebody who was molested as well as a child. I was 8 years old when I was molested, and I got told a lot that it was fake and that I was making it up for attention too. I know that's not easy, and the fact that you didn't become hateful and resentful and you leaned on God, you are taking the right steps, truly. I truly believe in that. To get through this. Just know that we love you and we appreciate you opening up to us, and we will be here to fight on your behalf. We will always be here for you. Always, always. Single alone. Okay, I believe this is Paladin. Single alone, even with friends and family, still hurts because the only thing left is just to endure how I handle it. Fishing, not just a hobby. Jeremy Wade said that fishing is good for the mental health. You know, and first off, thank you, Paladin, for writing about your experience as well. And I know it gets lonely. I know it gets lonely. I know a lot of people um I know a lot of people are really dealing with a huge deep dark depression when it goes to being alone. But uh the fact that you have found something to keep you happy and entertained in the meantime. Um Again, I am a Christian and I do believe in God. So a lot of my advice is going to be to lean on him. But if not lean on God, then at the bare minimum, find something that you can put your energy and effort and faith into, because I think faith that tomorrow will be a better day is so much more important than people would say. Um, yeah, at even my darkest moments in life, I would sit there and be like, it's painful, it's lonely, but I had faith that one day in the future things would get better, and you guys need to make sure that you guys keep that faith and um that spark alive, because it will give you a it will give you a motivation to continue on. But also, these are some amazing fish. You know, I've never caught a fish. Actually, fishing rage baits me a lot. I'm not gonna lie. I have never caught a fish in my life, and I've been fishing for like 14 years. But these are some really, really impressive fish. Like I've said before, it's hard to quantify what's wrong with me outside of I exist, and it was a de evolution, one sided soulmate, but actually boy toy to sheer abject terror on the first date. I'm so sorry. First pick B PB Bass? PB Bass. Ooh. Get ready, there's so much more. It's gonna be a long one, guys. It's gonna be a long one. I love fishing. I do it with my dad and his family. It's fun and calming and relaxing, and they make for good food too. Personal best. That's awesome. And also to everybody that's here, if you guys have any advice for anybody for any of the stories that are being told right now, um, please do know that you guys can give advice as well. That is more than helpful. I know I'm not a man, so sometimes things can be difficult. A lot of men don't like taking advice from women because they're like, you don't know our struggles, and I don't. I won't pretend to. I'm not a man, but I can empathize and I can sympathize, and the most I can offer to do for you guys is to comfort you to the best of my ability. That's what I want to do as a streamer. I want to give comfort to you guys because you all deserve that. Um Thanks all who share. Hi Miss Day. Hi Argos. Hello. Yeah, I'll give my own words if I think it'll help. I'm no therapist, but I've talked friends out of dark places, yet not the most well put together man either. Only advice I'm able to give is fishing related, but if y'all need help with fishing, I can help. Most advice is good advice, gender doesn't matter. I agree. I do my best at the bare minimum. From my understanding, the point of fishing isn't to actually catch a fish. It's to have a good long excuse to relax for a while and maybe have some excitement. That's true. You may not know, but a woman who comforts and helps is always welcome, in my opinion. And I think that's the thing is, I want to be comforting to you guys because you guys deserve that. You deserve some comfort in your guys' life, and if I can do that, I will do my very best. Outside of gaming, fishing helps because outside, focus on the task, trying my best guess of what's on the menu. That's good. That's good. And also, fishing is really peaceful. I love being out at the creek and fishing. I've never caught anything. My whole family has. But I like going out there and I like just listening to the nature. I love getting my I'm kind of dirty, guys. I like getting my feet in the mud. I like I let my toes be in the mud and I get all squishy and I squish it with my toes. Um hey, hope things are okay. It's been hectic for me. Um to be honest, after my sister's surgery had succeeded, shit just went down. Her fiance and his family had a fit that my mom took over and made sure she had a place to live that wasn't strenuous on her body. And basically, her ex had taken advantage of her. After learning, they broke off the marriage, and it was an emotional blow to me because honestly, I thought he would make her happy. He did not, and that made me feel angry that I didn't notice, and angry that I couldn't do anything about it. Um, my brothers saw a lot of abuse that I went through, and they were very angry because they wanted to protect me and they realized they didn't protect me from things that were happening and that they weren't aware of. Um and you have every right to be angry. But more than anything, keep that as righteous anger, and make sure that you are doing your very best to be as comforting to her as possible, because she's going to need you and she's going to need to ask you for support. So just be there for her, comfort her to the best of your ability. Also, hi Farhan. Hello. Oh, I came at a bad time. Sorry. No, you're not here at a bad time. We're just giving stories. Um okay. Now, this is from Funny. Of course, it just fuck man. I know. I know. Um I wish I could give you a big hug, but remember, don't be irrational in your anger, and also stay safe, because the worst thing you can do is go to jail and she not have you as a key example for support, you know? So dilute that anger, and if you have to get in the car and scream a little bit, go in the car and scream a bit. That's kind of what I do when I'm really angry. Just go in the car and I scream. Why, Stormy? Why? What do you mean? Uh, okay, so this is from Funny. I got baptized at 14 by my dad back in 2010. I didn't really know the Lord Jesus till I was 16. Back then, I broke it off with the only ex and wasn't really happy with life. I felt like a weight around my loved one's necks. Why are you here? I'd ask myself. You're just keeping him down, you're a burden. And so, on some of that was lessened as I was getting in the Word and learning who Jesus Christ truly is. It wasn't easy. It started out mostly me yelling at him and him just saying, I love you. As the years went on, I got closer to God and understanding why'd he make me a goof. Why'd he make a goof like me? Fast forward to 2025. My folks both retired and moved into a camper, and my older sister and her family moved in with me and my papa. It was a weird adjustment period, is all I'll say, but I felt lonely one random Friday. I went to say I was scrolling through YouTube till I stopped and saw a video of a tiny red-headed pixie reacting to Shoe on Head's male loneliness epidemic, and to say it wasn't what I was expecting was putting it mildly. To see someone care so deeply about something that's been either ignored or mocked warmed my heart. Later, I'd get in the Discord and Twitch, and honestly, I didn't think I'd fit, but I'm glad I did. I found friends who didn't want to pump me through a window. I made best friends like a goofball named Chains and a chill dude named Leroy. No, his last name isn't Jenkins. A New Zealander named Malachor who's beyond a blast to talk to. Starlight the Dragon Lady who's hella creative. And Grizzly who's a troll and we love him for it. And of course, Tiny Pixie Day, the VTuber, who for whatever reason loves to keep crazy shrooms like me in her phone. Thank you, all of you. I know I say this a lot, but when I say you guys have been a huge light in my life, and in time I've really been reevaluating my life, my faith, and yes, my health, both physical and mental, all in good ways. Of course, though, hasn't been easy so far. 2026 has been good. Today, thank you for choosing to be a content creator. You, the mod team, and my fellow shrooms have the Lord's answer to my silent prayer for a place to belong. Love, Funny. Funny. I thought this was me helping you guys, but this so nice. uh, uh, I love you very, very much, Funny, and I get totally what it's like to feel like you're a burden and to feel unwanted by those around you and to feel like you're just um like you're just a nuisance. I know that feeling, and I know it well. Unfortunately. But I want you all to know, every single one of you, if any of you guys feel like you guys struggle with that, I hope that you guys know that it's okay to be imperfect. You're not going to have everything figured out yet. And things may not always make sense. But, but, you are loved and appreciated for exactly who you guys are. And no matter what, I hope that you guys always feel like you guys have a place to stay here with me. Because I love you guys for exactly who you guys are. Who's cutting onions, bro? Oh no. Speaking of this, I came across a video on Instagram this morning where a tatted woman says, "Why should women care about men's mental health when they don't care about that themselves?" And it got me thinking about life itself. Um, you know why women should think. Mushrooms! Thank you so much, Airsoft Popcorn, for the follow. Welcome to the Shrimmy Army. I appreciate you. The reason why women should care about men's mental health, right, is, now this may come off as sexist, but it's not meant to be. I think that each gender has its own strengths. I truly believe that. Um, and I think what women have are emotional empathy. I think that is what we are supposed to have and what we are supposed to give and share with the world.
Thank you very much,
you know?
Sign.
Lord Goonman, thank you so much for resubscribing. I appreciate you. The Gooner is back. Welcome back. Hi. Thank you. I appreciate you. But women should have empathy and should be comforted. Gothic Girls for Life, thank you so much for the 10 gifted subs. Thank you. Lord Goonman, thank you for the 25 gifted subs. Thank you. Guys, I'm already crying. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate you so much. Thank you, Gothic Girls, and thank you, Lord Goodman. I appreciate you. Baha, thank you so much for the goodies. And thank you, John, for the $5 super chat. As a guy, do me a favor and bring some humor here to lighten the mood by reacting to the short villain support America Wizard. You will laugh. I will not go into that yet, but I promise we will not end things off in a bad note. I will bring this back to a funny, optimistic point. I promise. Thank you guys so much. Baha, thank you so much for the 10 gifted subs. You guys, stop! You guys are already making me cry. Stop. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. Thank you very much. For real, thank you for doing all this. It means a lot to know someone cares. A real one for real. Proud to be a part of this community. And I'm proud to have you. I am proud to have each and every single one of you. Have you gotten to mine yet? I have not. I just finished Funnies, so I'm on the third one right now. So we will get to that. Came back for a second. I would have written something, but there was just too much bullshit to think of to write. Considered writing about the first time I was on the receiving end of racism by an ex. I'm white and she was Latina, but the ending was too funny. I thought, even if it stuck with me. It's okay. It's okay to share. Mine got scuffed towards the end. Okay. It's okay. you guys writing from the heart is more than enough for me. Thank you so so much. The funny thing about helping people through hard times is that you often end up saying the things you need to hear yourself as well. Helping others helps. It does. Men and women are different. We are better at different things. We are made to be complementary to each other and different strengths covering for each other's weaknesses. Exactly. And I think personally, right? This is a personal opinion and belief. Um, I think women should be comforting and should be empathetic towards men. And I think women that cast men aside, I think are some of the greatest and truest evils of this world. Um, because that's not how it should be. You should never belittle a man or belittle his mental health. You should never be that selfish of a person. And if you are only ever thinking about yourself, then I truly pity you because you've never known what it means to truly experience life. On a more positive note, I have finally gone sober. I'm so proud of you, Airsoft Popcorn. I'm so, so proud of you. Congratulations. I'm so, so, so proud of you. That is amazing. Very, very proud of you. Oh my goodness, my face. Let me hydrate real quick because I could already feel um the tears are already leaking everything. Yeah, I don't know how you can hate all men unless you had never had a good man in your life yet. To let the bad corrupt your views on men is bad for them and yourself because we need each other. We do. We very much need each other. Not a lot of people in general have a lot of empathy for guys, even other guys. My dad has been trying to get me to grow up for the last year or so, but every time he's been hanging me out to dry and forcing me to figure it out whenever I need his help. And that is a sad reality is a lot of the time people will use the term grow up rather than actually trying to help um a person through a situation, right? And I do think, and hear me out, there are situations where you need to accept your feelings, you need to accept your trauma, and I've always said this and I will continue to say this. If you have traumas, you are not responsible for your trauma happening, but you are responsible that that trauma doesn't hurt anyone in the future. And that takes a lot of time to self think, self grow, but you need to have patience with the people you care about, because if you don't have patience with the people you care about and you just push them away whenever hard times happen, or you try to get them to learn something without even teaching them the proper foundation of it, things are going to be very difficult, and things are going to be things aren't going to get better, you know? Only two stories in and we got waterfall tears, lol, but still these personal stories are enlightening and sad, but good for people to get off their chests. Yes. You got to make peace with it the best you can. Uh I prefer to run from it. I understand that, but no, running from your problems doesn't make it better. Funny thing is, if you make it far enough down, we had a good convo about how therapists could actually learn to help different clients by lurking around discords like ours. Yeah, they would. Also, thank you guys so much for the level 8 hype train. I sincerely appreciate it. Um, there's a reason Chester's Bennington self deletion was so heartbreaking, because one of the main reasons he did it was because of the lasting effects of childhood trauma and other beings struggling with substance abuse. I'm a conductor again. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Lord Goodman. I appreciate you. Okay, let us continue. Also, don't be sorry about the links. I am very happy that you guys um felt like you guys could talk so much about your struggles. Uh, Malachor said, honestly, I'm really happy this chat is here. Too many times I see people in servers IRL or other social media platforms only celebrate Pride Month and completely forget June is also Men's Health Month and it ticks me off. Anyway, get love, you idiots. Y'all deserve it. Um, don't get me wrong. I have no problem with pride being around and being a thing. Um, how canceled do I want to get? Hmm. Uh, hmm. I'm a, I'm gonna bite my tongue on that. I'm gonna bite my tongue on that. But no, I'm not full sending. I'm not full sending. 50%. There are so many men that commit commit life-ending situations, right? Um, that just shouldn't happen. We need to find out. We need to be there for one another because honestly, we are destroying ourselves. And I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, but you can like whoever you want to like. You can fornicate with whoever you want to fornicate with. Uh, do whatever you want to your body when you're 18 years old or above. That's fine. Um, but that's your business, and I don't really fucking care what you do in the privacy of your own home. Uh, what I do care about, I care about all the men that are at home sitting with dark thoughts and needing somebody to tell them, hey, you're loved. Hey, reminder, you matter. Hey, your existence is important. I think that is a trillion times more important because too many men have went through depression and felt like they couldn't reach out to others. Um and I never want that to be the case. I hope it's not too whiny. None of this is whiny. You guys aren't whining. You guys are allowed to have your guys' thoughts and feelings. Thank you for sharing. Okay, now we're on to dark. So, like many of y'all, I too was a victim of men hate in the social zeitgeist. I'm sorry, I don't know what that word means. You're using a big fancy word. I don't know that word. Um, Before I got really serious about my faith, I was angry and bitter at the world for treating me like a criminal just because I was born a man. I saw the message everywhere: the news, social media, even content creators I enjoyed at one point hopped the hate train for men. I genuinely felt like I was being labeled and ostracized before anyone actually took the time to know me, even in jobs I've had. I worked with women who wanted me gone and came up with every excuse possible, whether it was when I worked in the restaurant industry or now working in the manufacturing industry. Then, when I started using Discord and started joining, I was booted from them for having different opinions about life and topics of discussion. Because of my convictions and morality, I was not dominable like many others in another Discord I was in, and it led to a VTuber that I enjoyed watching slandering my name to her audience and ostracizing me. Thankfully, I made some friends who didn't believe the slander she was spewing about me, but still, it really strained my opinions on women and VTubers for a while. I became angry and bitter towards women, but then my mother, sisters, and my faith in God entirely changed my life and viewpoints. While men are still being hated to this day, I blocked all those criticisms that are coming from the world and became what the Lord made me: someone who would help others, even if I couldn't do much, someone who would be a good example of a worker who would give 100% of their efforts, a friend like Samwise the Brave to those who need one in their lives. The world may hate us, gentlemen, and there are days where it's easy to fall down in despair, but don't let that weight drag you down and bring you into the darkest places. Like a brilliant hobbit once said, I cannot carry this burden for you, but I can carry you. So live on, brothers and men, and continue to prove the world and others wrong about you. For all of you are capable of great things and will prevail this storm. I pray for each and every one of you. Happy Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. Thank you so much for sharing that, Dark. Seriously, that was very, very, very encouraging, and I think a lot of people need it. And I also thank you for bringing in the Lord of the Rings stuff, because I do love Lord of the Rings now, and it's all due to you guys. But I think that's I think that's one thing that really bothers me is social media will obviously um put it out there that men should be hated, blah 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 blah. Remember, especially if you're somebody of faith, right? People are living in the world. People are living in the world of chaos, the world of sin, the world of evil. There is evil and darkness in every corner, but thankfully, through God and through Jesus Christ, we have a light within us. And uh, this is what these evil people want. Like, whether you're religious or not, um, people that will shame you for being a man, people that will shame you for existing, for your mere existence, are evil. Those people are evil. You have to understand that, and you have to get that through your head that these are not people that want to be reasoned with. These are people that want excuses to uh have bad behavior and to be evil and to lash out at you. That is what they want, you know? And it's disgusting. It's disgusting and deplorable and very, very gross, honestly. But but remember that is not everybody. And I'm so happy that you found our community, Dark. Personally, like, you have genuinely changed my life and so many other people's lives. Your stories are so inspiring, and the fact that you still have such a kind heart. And I think that's one thing that I love about my community, and I love about all of you guys. Every single one of you. You guys have been through some fucking tough shit. People have mistreated you guys. People have put you guys through the dirt. People have dragged your names through the mud. But you know what? Each and every single one of you. Oh my god, I'm gonna cry again. Each and every single fucking one of you guys have such a kind heart and such a kind soul. Like, and I think the thing that makes me angry for you guys, and I get angry about this for you, is that the reason you're so angry and so bitter about it is because people are just misjudging you before they even get to know you. You know, it's like you have no way to actually speak out and be like, hey, actually, I'm not like that. They don't even let you speak about it, you know? And I hate that people have hurt you guys to this ability. And sometimes I wish that I would have started streaming sooner so I could have met you guys sooner. Because I love and I appreciate you guys so much. And I wish I could have made your guys' darker days happier. But just know, I will do my best every single time that I can. Thank you for sharing, and thank you guys for, even though you have every right to be angry and upset, you guys are still choosing to be good people, to be kind people. For me, it's the love of the Lord, and for as many people who have misjudged or hurt me, there have been many more who have become important and loved by me, and loved me for who I am as a person. And that's beautiful. Remember, and this is why I say, for me at least, my faith is so important to me, because you need something to have faith in, to be able to be like, not everyone's like this, you know? Hi, Ivan. Welcome in. People say I'm wrong, but to those types of people, we are workhorses and wallets who should remember our problems don't matter because there will always be someone who has had it systematically worse. Men are not allowed unconditional love. Society says we must earn everything we get in this life, and even then, we should appreciate what we are given because we could have nothing. And to that, I say, fuck society and fuck what they say. Because I'll be honest, whoever says stuff like that, I understand these are your guys's. This is what you guys have been through. This is what um life has trained you guys to believe and to think. But I truly hope you know that, and this is something I even want to change. If I'm ever able, and then this is why I talk about these situations, because if I am ever able, I want to be able to be somebody that's going to speak out for men, when I get the chance. And I hope that other women do as well because it's important. Having men understand that you are not just a you are not just an asset. That is not the reason I love or care about you. Like, all of the men in my life, are they hard workers? Yes. Are they willing to do things? Yes. But that's never been why I love them. That's never been why I've loved a man in my life ever. Um, Honestly, what I love most about men, right? I love how their happiness is. Like, yes, there's woman happiness. And I think this is why, like, I can't wait to be a mom one day. And I really hope that I have a son. Uh but no matter whatever kid I have, I just want them to be healthy, but I do want to be a boy mom a bit because uh I what always like heals my heart is when I see like grown men acting like boys with each other, like just having fun with one another and just being silly and being goofy. I really love silly men. I really do. It's so cute. Um it's so fucking cute. I can't help it. Silly men make me smile. Like, it doesn't matter, and it's that boyish charm, I guess. No matter how old you get as a man, you with the right people, you will have this boyish charm where you just goof around with each other, and it feel to me it feels like when I was little and I would watch my little brothers um play with me when we would fight with Nerf guns because it was just silly. We were just doing things just to fuck around. Boys will be boys. Yeah, literally my favorite saying. Like, I hate that people have turned that into a bad thing. I actually fucking love when boys are just being boys. Like, how I think some of my favorite TikToks that I like watching at times is like guys that work in like blue collar jobs, and they're like, this isn't OSHA approved. Um that shit is so fucking adorable. It's so fun. It's dangerous, but it's fucking funny. Like, do I think they're being a little stupid? Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes things are really stupid. Don't put yourself in danger. But it's so funny. Um, the bad part about boys will be boys is the times it's used in legal sense, shameful way to use it. Yeah, and that's why I hate that. Uh, so like when I say fuck what the code says, yes, I love that. I love the customer states ones. Yeah. Um, there is so much I could say, but after I was very betrayed a few years ago, I found it so much easier to suffer in silence. I know it's hard and I know it's easy to go ghost, and this is one thing I will always say to all of the men that want to just disappear and just let their problems consume them. Please rely on the people that care about you. Um I know it's really hard to trust people, but some people just care. Sometimes they don't want anything in return. There are people like that exist. Um I've seen judges excuse heinous stuff under the guise of boys will be boys. Yeah, but again, um the boys will be boys. There's two different aspects. What are you trying to say boys will be boys? Are you saying it in the sense of um you know it depends on your interpretation of it, and that's why I say no. I specifically like it where it's goofy and silly and they're not acting like the men, they're just playing around and being silly. That is boys will be boys. Ugh, just don't be dumb. You'll probably live. I love watching my baby nephews goof around till they're doing something dangerous. Then I'm like, no, 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 no. Oh, yeah. We're 100% childish nonsense. 100%. That's what I mean. I love the childish nature that boys have, that men have. It's my favorite thing. Genuinely my favorite thing. Um, I adore that. I really do. I don't find it cringe. I actually fucking love it. I love when guys full send into silliness. If you are a silly man, you are somebody that I adore. So just a letting you know. And there's a reason why a lot of us tells jokes. Yeah. A group of boys playing football in the park and roughhousing and a few of them coming home with bruises and stuff. Good version of boys will be boys. Exactly. Exactly. Then embrace it and do some shenanigans yourself. Oh, I do. I do all the time. You don't understand. I'm a menace to society. I am a very silly goof as myself. Um, being quiet about something seems a lot easier, and I suppose it might feel like that, but as somebody who was quiet about something for so long, it felt good to finally not do that. I get you, but just after my own experiences, I've stopped looking because when even looking gets rocks thrown at you, it is simpler to walk in the shadows. It is. Um I don't think you need to look though. You don't have to necessarily look for somebody to take that pain or anything. What I think is if someone ever offers you a hand, take that hand. Take that hand and remember I know not everyone here is spiritual or godly, but I would say if you do have religion, please lean in your faith. I do highly recommend that. Okay. We are going to continue. Sorry, I keep stopping and then talking, but we will be getting through these as many as we can, okay? So this is from Sithel. When I was a child, barely old enough to form memories, my father would beat me. Years later, after the abuse had stopped, I talked about it in school. Child Protective Services opened an investigation, and my father questioned by the police. My mother blamed me for getting my father into trouble over something that was no longer an issue. I spent the rest of my childhood fearing my father, shirking from his touch, unable to look him in the eyes. Over the course of my teens, my mother developed a drinking problem and started having frequent, aggressive arguments with my dad. On multiple occasions, she would go on to threaten Urslide, always when he wasn't home, forcing me to talk her down or even physically restrain her. They would eventually divorce after which her drinking problem only worsened, eventually escalating into hard substance abuse. She died 3 years ago in the hospital, having ruined her body to the point it could not fight off the common cold. My younger brother and I made the decision to take her off life support after her brain had been deprived of oxygen long enough to suffer permanent, severe damage the night before. I held her hand and sang to her as she drew her last breath. 8 years ago, I met a woman from Tennessee. Through some common online friends, I was 25 and had never experienced a romantic relationship of any kind, being too emotionally scarred to even conceive the notion. She broke down my barriers and made me take a chance. We spent the next several years maintaining a long distance relationship, battling the Swedish migration ministry to grant her a residence permit, and having a beautiful baby girl together. A little over a year ago, she left me for another man, stating I wasn't trying hard enough to keep her and she knew her worth and deserved better. Months later, after doing my best to keep our separation amicable, for the sake of our daughter, if nothing else, I denied her request to take our girl to Germany to celebrate Oktoberfest with her new boyfriend. She had told me he had a history of violent criminal activity, having spent time in juvenile detention for assaulting drug dealers, robbing them, and selling on their products for his own gain. I had never met the man, only spoken to him once over a voice call, and her stories about his controlling and jealous tendencies concerned me. So I refused, stating I needed to at least meet the man in person first to take his measure. She responded by demanding full custody of our child. She threatened that if I did not agree, she would tell social services and the police that I was a wife beater and child molester and I would never see my daughter again. I refused and am now engaged in a custody battle in our local district court. I don't know how I'm still here. Not a week goes by without thinking about ending it. Fuck. I'm racked with guilt over not giving my daughter a better childhood and not having the energy to play with her and laugh with her as much as she deserves. I don't think I'll ever be able. Hey, Dad. Love you too. My dad just came in on me crying. He was like, "What's going on?" Sorry about that. I don't think I'll ever be able to love a woman again. I don't think I know what happiness feels like. Anytime I get close, I break down, and sometimes I can't hide the tears from my child. I've seen multiple psychiatrists, and at the best, they tell me what I already know, that I need to carry on and work on myself for my daughter's sake, as if I don't know. At this point, I think I'm just too stubborn and spiteful to quit, and I never will. But I know I'll never be healthy, and I've long since stopped caring. I'm sorry for unloading all this in one go, but it seemed the right moment. I also apologize for taking up your time. Shut up. And for not having anything more hopeful to say or any advice to give. I hope you never give up either. I guess I'll end with a paraphrase quote from the game Esoteric Ebb, which recently stuck with me. This is what it means to be a man, to give until there's nothing left, until nothing but your bones hit the pavement. Oh, Simple, I want to give you a hug. I'm sorry. That's so fucking sad, dude. Uh, if I'm crying, I can't even imagine. Like, I just want to give you the biggest hug. uh, I'm so sorry. Give me 1 second. This is really sad. It's okay, Jay. I'm alright. Thank you for your thoughts. No! Don't minimize it, damn it. Sorry, I just. When I read your guys' stories, I try to put myself in your guys' mindset. The amount of strength that you have, the amount of strength that you have is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Uh, I understand that your life has not been easy. I think that's an understatement. I think that's an understatement. 100% I do. But you may feel like you will never be able to love a woman again in a romantic way. And I understand that. I can't sit here and beg you to fall in love with a woman again, right? Um, but you know what? You will know what it means to love a woman, and that's your daughter. Um, as somebody who's seen my dad cry, I think there is nothing more painful in the world than watching your father cry. Because you know that the amounts of emotional pain they must be going through to finally break down is unfathomable. But thank you for the gifted sub. I appreciate it. But she will remember this, okay? And uh, she will she will remember the sacrifices that you've made for her. uh, Strength has nothing to do with it. It's just one step after the other, or the abyss. Hard to do, but easy choice to make every time. Yeah, but she will remember. She will remember all that you've done for her. And I hope and pray that her mom doesn't get her claws on her and manipulates her into believing anything of you in a certain way. But just know that I'm so proud of you for keeping going. And I'm so proud of you for getting back up every time. Even if it's just stubborn spitefulness. I'm so proud of you. And you have, I know you don't see it as strength, but I've seen people crumble for less. I've seen people crumble for way less. I appreciate you telling us your story,
and I'm glad that you're seeking professional help. But I do hope that life can be kinder to you because you deserve kindness in your life. And if you ever need anything, feel free to always just let us know. Um, I'm so sorry. I'm very sorry. As a single father of three, I'm crying. I feel that. Also, Dark, if you have to go, I completely understand. Please get some good rest and try to get some rest before a very busy work day, okay? Those are those sorts of abuses are just so common these days. Every instance is sad, and the fact that it is so common everywhere in the world, I hate it. Those sorts of one sided accusations get us men killed without any defense, affirmative or otherwise. It's ridiculous. It's okay, Dave. Really, I'm okay. Come here. I want to give you a hug. I wish I could give you guys all hugs, dude. I really do wish I could give all of you guys hugs. You guys, you guys deserve so much more than what you guys have been going through. Thank you for sharing. I love you very, very much. And I believe in you. Now you know how we feel about your past, you sweetheart. No. No. My past is funny. I can laugh at my trauma. It's funny. Hee hee ha ha. Okay, so this is everybody just commenting. Um, uh, hold on. I can't see the name. I think it's King Mac. The part that makes me shake my head the most is when Men's Mental Health Awareness Month is even mentioned. You have some folks want to fly off the handle about it. I have no problem with people celebrating Pride Month. Live long and get your pride on. I'm not on the spectrum, so I don't really care. I actually didn't even know that was a thing until 4 or 5 years ago. Mm. If you're a heterosexual man, you're a dirt to some folks out here. Yeah, but fuck those people. Those people, their opinions don't matter. Ugh. Okay. Sorry, guys. I know it's been tough. I know it's been tough. I know. But I think if anything at all, this should at the bare minimum show you guys. Sorry, my dad came in, telling me to make sure I put the food away and switch the clothes. Um, let this let this be a testament to everybody, though, right? I know it's a lot and it's really hard to hear about, but but you're not in this alone. You're not in this alone. You guys are not in this alone. It's okay, Day. Don't push yourself and take your time. Day, you're a better person than me, and I appreciate what you do for us. I'm not better than any of you. I'm just like you guys. I'm broken, I'm tired, I'm sad. I have my days where I'm just not doing well. I have my days. But The one thing that's always made me happy is you guys. You guys always make me happy. Thank you for sharing our stories. Thank you guys for telling your story. Let me drink some water real quick. Water, go fill a gallon bottle and come back. I don't have a gallon bottle. That's too big for my hands. But I do have a water bottle. Day, I think it's safe to say that of everyone here, you have no reason to apologize. You did not do anything wrong. I know. I'm just. You have to understand a little bit. I hear how vicious these women are to you guys. And I can't help but feel disgusted. Like, I get so angry for you guys. I get so angry and I get so mad. Gosh. And I'm just a very protective person. And I hate it that I feel like I can't protect you guys from everything and everyone. Because I would want to. They are lucky I am just a fucking random VTuber on the internet. They are lucky. They are lucky. They are fucking lucky, man. I'd rather share my story privately after some thought. I'm sorry, but it boils down to a relationship abuse and a bad living situation for about a year. That's fine. And if you want to just share your stories with me privately, you can always write a ticket in the server. Sorry, Day. I just know how I am, and I respect you as a person. Although I acknowledge my flaws, we're lucky to have a supportive person like you. Thank you, Dave, for getting angry for everyone here. We appreciate you can do what some of us can't. You're truly a kind soul, Dave. What's a ticket? It's just like to get in contact with me. To be honest, I'm honestly blessed that my relationship ended within a week. Oh, baby. You guys are just babies. And I think this is what irritates me. I look at all of you, and you guys may be older than me. You may be older than me, younger than me, who cares? Doesn't matter here. Uh but I'll always just see you guys as little boys. Like, to me, you guys are just my squishy little shrooms. And I was just like, my babies. My babies. Why are you hurting my babies? I'm too parasocial for this shit. God damn it. Dude, I'm just gonna be crying all day. Fuck. Uh, Day confirming pocket sized again. I am pocket sized. 18 here, little baby boy. You are a baby. I am a little boy. Okay. I'm 20, but I look 12. You're a 20? You are a baby. I feel so old. I just want to give you guys, like, I just want to put you guys all into a little shroomy pile. You know, like, one of those, like, ball pits, right? You know, like those ball pits with, like, all the colorful balls and everything. And you just, like, lean back and you run and you jump into them. Right? I feel like the ball pit just replaced that with shroomies, and I just jump into you guys like, I love you! I feel like that's me. Redeem the hydration because damn, do you need it with the waterworks? I know, I'm sorry. When the VTuber is more parasocial with her shrooms than the reverse, I can't help it. Oh god, not the ball pit. I'm 33, too big to be a baby. You're a baby. You're a youngin'. Don't you shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Alright, I showed up because I seriously support what you're doing, but this is just depressing story after depressing story. I gotta go. No worries, Magical Master. I appreciate you sticking around. I know it's a hard topic. But thank you for being here. I do appreciate you, and yeah, this is just us letting everyone talk about their feelings. It's basically a big huge group session. So if it is too much, completely understand. We will be back to our happy streams Friday. I'm 34. How am I a baby? I'm an old man. You're a baby. You're a baby. You're all babies. You know? It's like my parents always say. Um, my parents always sit here and say, like, no matter how old I get, I'm always gonna be their baby. Y'all are always gonna be my baby. And you're my little sis. The bald point better not have pee pee in it. What? Yep, that is what my mom says too. Uh huh. Drink cactus juice. It'll quench you. Nothing quenchier. It's the quenchiest. I don't want to drink cactus juice. Uh. Oh my heart. Oh my soul. Oh my heart and soul. But I don't want to poop myself again. It's too damn bad. Too damn bad. You hit unk status at like 26 these days. Yeah, I'm 25, man. You love me more than my parents. I've been here for a week. Oh, you poor baby. Come here. Vente pa acá. Unk, I'm not Unk. I'm Thea. Get it right. Get it tight. Madam, I'm more than certain I got a few years on you. I don't care if you have quite a few years of me, okay? You could be 55 and you're still a baby. Us being babies today would probably look like a kiwi and its egg. You're all just babies. Little babies to me, okay? And protect you guys. I'll be damned. I'll be damned. I will say though, I've been going to church for 4 weeks now, and I've decided to change course in life to become a vet. Um, since then, my mental health has improved. Not fantastic, but significantly improved, and I'm so proud of you. Half of these motherfuckers are probably bald. See, perfect. They just like babies. Tia day, tia day, tia day. I have long, luscious hair. I'm the youngest here, I think. How old you? I joined the server 2 days after turning 18. You know what? Fair enough. Fair enough. You know what? Fair enough. Appreciate the love either way. Thank you. Tiny baby day. Uh, although I wouldn't mind some bald action. Oh gosh. Just like a surround group of men, just all bald, just showing their head at you. Being like, bald, bald. Motherfucker, I shave bald because I need temperature control more than anything. Oh. I'm 19, turning 20 in December. Yes, I get it's far away. But still, you're a baby. You're babies. You're all babies. I am in fact bald. You got me there. My dad's bald. You know, it's actually funny to me because some of you might be as old as my dad. Maybe. Possibly. I don't think majority of you are even close, but some of you can be close to my dad's age. My how old is my dad? Hold on. How old is my father? Uh, I know his birthday. Hold on. Father, how old is someone born in? Um, he is 46 years old. Don't even know how old he is, Nate? No, because to me, he'll always be in his 30s, even though I know that's not true. Holy, I literally did the same thing. Been here for multiple months now, but when I turned 18, bam, joined. Funny. Thank you, Kaiser. Thank you guys for following the rules. People were born after 2000? I was born in 2001. Yeah, my mom is 50. Yeah, my dad's 46. My father is 51. My dad is older than your dad and I'm younger than you. Yeah. My dad had me at a young age. I'm totally as old as your dad. Are you? Are you? I'm pretty sure you just confirmed you're not. You thought I'd forget? My mom isn't even 40 yet, LMAO. So he had you at 23? Yeah, he did. I think. I don't know. He had me, well, my mom had me when she was 18, 19, 20. So he was 21. Um 2007 for me. Don't know why I felt the need to say that. Yeah. No, my youngest brother was born in 2007. That's crazy. Your dad was getting busy? Uh, yeah. How old is Day again? I forgot. I'm 25. Fetuses. I am no fetus. Look at all these two-parent households. God damn it. You can't just make me laugh. You can't make me laugh like that. Look at all these two-parent households. You know, that's actually why I got bullied, because I had a two-parent household. It's a tragedy. I'm 5 years younger than you, Day. I'm the same with my mom's age. I forget how old she is because she seems so consistently present. It's hard to assign a number to her. Seriously. I have 1.5 parents. What was that? Don't worry about it. My parents are ancient beings who witnessed the father of the abyss be defeated. To quote Chad Smith, I feel violated. I feel violated. Well, fair enough. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I had to lighten the mood, okay? I had to. What's up, brother? That totally was not a Dark Souls reference Day. I want to learn about Dark Souls. At least the lore. I don't think I'd ever play it. It's very strange, isn't it, Kaiser? Who gets bullied for having two parents? People are weird, man. People that are hurt. I'm sorry, did you say your youngest brother was born in 07? Excuse me. My hip meds are calling. Yeah, my youngest brother, but he's 6 years age difference. So many young children in the forest. I was there when the dark magic was written. Oh, I'm 07. Represent. I can't. To think you guys are the same age as my baby brother. And again, this is why it also hurts is because like not all of you, but those that are younger than me, like you guys are pretty close in age with my brothers. And I'm just like, I just think like if my brothers were hurting as much as this, I'm just like, oh my heart, oh my heart, my heart. Also, thank you to Daniel for donating to the charity event. Remember, this is a charity event as well, so don't just give subs to me. Make sure you guys check out the charity link as well. I'd appreciate it. Oh, I bet you're a good sister. I try to be. I try to be the best I can. My hurt, if family's fault, you would be a lovely sister. I try. I try. I'm 12 years older than my youngest brother. Oh. Yeah, no. I try to be the best sister that I can. I'm very protective of them. But Day acts all innocent. No big sisters are innocent. What do you mean? What do you mean by that? I don't act innocent. You guys think I act innocent? Am I innocent? Have I ever portrayed that I'm innocent? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. She's the only one who can truly bully her brothers. Whoa, Day exists? Whoa! Katie, how's it going? I know you are a sassy, naughty little gremlin. Naughty. Watch your tone, mister. Watch your tone. Who is Day? I am Day. We're all innocent in the eyes of God if we've accepted Jesus. Exactly. Day, you have drawn me again. You are not innocent. You sure? You sure? Why is Day? Who is Day? How is Day? Advance with the story. Yes, let us advance with the story. I thought you had to look through a crystal clear pool of the forest to see her. How did you know? You remind me of my older sister. I have some good memories with her. My first older sister. My second one, who's even older, is a bit rude, but I still love her. I am the oldest child in my family, so I do take it serious. I take it serious my role as the oldest sister. As the oldest child. I try to protect my brothers and uh kind of raise them in a way. Do you know Dayway? I swear I might flick you in the forehead with my pinky toe. I don't know how I'm gonna do that, but I'm gonna do it. Hello, Day. How is today going? It's going good, Banjo. Hello. How are you? We are reading everybody's stories. So if you guys would like to talk about your guys' mental health story, feel free. Oh my gosh, there's so many messages now. You guys, you guys. Okay, so this is Brother Xander. Okay, I'm trying to see where we're at. Okay, I know Brother Xander has like two stories in here, I think. I'm going through and I'm trying to. I will try to get through as many as I can. We're already 2 hours in, so we should be able to get through it all, but we will see. Okay, I'm gonna do my best to the best of my ability. Oh shoot, Brother Xander put a lot. Okay, all right. Oi. So I've thought about it, and I'm gonna share some stories. Hopefully, Day will read them, and I'm giving permission to share my story for that reason. I won't make it too explicit. Okay, so man, story time, part one, I suppose. I've got a lot of issues, and I know where a lot of them come from. Mostly my ex stepdad, some from my dad, and a couple from my mom. Mostly my ex stepdad, though. I guess I'll start from there. My stepdad was abusive, and he always blamed me and my brother for his dreams failing. He always wanted to be an engineer or a club owner or a welder or whatever bullshit he thinks makes great money, and every month it was different, anyways. He would blame us for the fact that his dreams never came true because he, and I quote, sacrificed all his dreams to take care of us because he felt pity and sorry for us because no one else would take care of spoiled boys like you, he would say. Spoiled. The thing. Yes, thing. Never once spoiled us. We would have to beg and beg and beg just to have a say in even going to Hollywood Video to rent a game. He would get pissed when at a 8-year old. 8 years old. I would ask my grandparents to buy me a toy. I was 8. And his response? To yell at me on a 6-hour drive home about looking poor and how I hurt his feelings because I made him look like he can't support his family. He yelled at me and tried to beat me. It was so bad he even said he will crash the car just to teach me a lesson about being poor. Then there were the beatings. Jesus, the beatings. I won't go in depth here, but the most prominent one I'll share at 10 years old or about there. Me and my brother decided we wanted to look for dinosaur bones, and I had a huge interest in dinosaurs, especially Spinosaurs. Still do, well, specifically for Spino, you'll see why. So we grabbed some shovels and dug in the bayou next to my home, next to my house. Of course, we of course found nothing, but we had a blast just digging holes. I even learned how to do very rudimentary steps so we could just sit and get out of the bayou easier. Well, a couple months into this, that thing found out, and he was livid. He yelled at us, shouted at us, demanded to know why we were so stupid. Excuses, excuse the word of this, and this is not mine. Completely retarded to think we could dig holes with his tools. That day he grabbed one of the shovels and beat us both with it, and specifically me, he hit me on the back. He hit me on my back. To this day, I wear an undershirt to stop anything outside of my shirts from touching my back. I can't even let my girlfriend touch it with me going into fight or flight mode. I hate having my back touched, and I have back pain now because of it. I remember we both stood up against him once, and my mom said that and that thing were having an argument. Something about her cheating or suspected cheating or whatever, but it got really bad. He threw his tea at the wall, and me and my brother ran out to defend my mom. My brother with a little mini bat, and me with a toy lightsaber, but I was holding it by the plastic blade so that the hilt could do some damage. He asked if we were serious. We just said yes, and then he tried to turn it on us. I provide for this family, and you come out with weapons against me. You hurt my feelings, etc., etc., the usual bullshit. And in between all this was the humiliation. I'm not a skinny guy at all, and that thing loved to torment me about my weight. Dinner was the worst meal of anything for me. When we would sit together, he would say, I'm eating like a pig. Slow down, cow. You're getting fatter. Little piggy's hungry. Fucking fat ass. Slow the fuck down. You're gonna get fat like your mom. I hated it to the point I stopped eating. Admittedly, I still have a horrid relationship with food. There's days I can't eat, so I have to force myself. I've gone 5 days with no food solely because I could hear that thing's voice in my head. With him, it's gotten to the point that I honestly know how I'd like to say goodbye to him. I won't divulge in it here, but yeah, there's so much more that I have, but I have to move on. Next is my mom. Let me say I love my mom to death. I'd kill for her. I'd die for her. But I can't deny that she's the source of some of my issues too. Remember when I said suspected her of cheating? He wasn't entirely wrong. My mom is a cheater. I know that much. I don't know how many. I don't know with whom, save for a small handful of people I know that are not part of my life at all. And honestly, it kind of helped and fucked me up on relationships. See, it helped because I've seen what a good person can do with a person they care for. I've seen how a woman should be treated, how anyone should be treated. I learned how to hold conversations because of them. But I also can't help but worry if any relationship I'm in is a cheating one or if they're cheating on me. Not because of the cheating, but because it makes me wonder, am I being an asshole? Here's the second hardest confession I'll tell you. I used to think cheating was okay as long as you had a good reason to. And I hate that I used to think that way. And because of her, I wasn't ever able to have a normal relationship growing up. In fact, as a kid, I was a huge cheater. Just like my mom, as I'd get a girlfriend, I just wanted another and another. A complete 180 from my earlier confession, I know, but I was a kid. I barely understood my own role. Doesn't make it right, of course. Nowadays, though, I'm far from that kid. I hate cheating, and I'm very dedicated to my current girlfriend, and I'm thankful that I no longer think like that at all than my dad. Man, I honestly feel sorry for him. He did so much wrong, and I feel like he's trying to do things right, but he just keeps doing things wrong. Honestly, it's because of him I have trust issues. My dad wasn't the best, but he wasn't horrible either. Like mom, he too was a cheater, though I only know stories my mom told me, and well, let's just say that at 6 years old, she wasn't afraid to tell me, and my, at the time, 4-year-old brother, how bad of a person he was for cheating on her. But he did care for us. He tried to give us good memories, and I'll admit I have some very fond memories with him. But the first time he shattered my trust was in court. My mom was trying to have him sign away his paternal rights so that the thing could adopt us. He tried to argue for some reason that my brother wasn't his, something about his skin tone and everything, which, yeah, my brother is a lotly okay, a lot darker than me, but not what you're thinking. His skin tone honestly looks more Maori in tone, so much so that our school district had him labeled as a Pacific Islander for his race, despite the fact we were all Hispanic. It hurt so much seeing my brother cry like that. It hurt so much more when he locked himself in the closet for a week. The second time was recent, around 2017, I think. We were talking again, seeing the family, reconnecting. I have sisters through him, sister I very much miss, and I hope I can explain things to them. But one day I felt like I could trust him with some info. Basically, we were hurting financially after a surgery my mom needed, and I explained how most of my check was going towards her and the house for the time being. Well, he used that and talked to my mom. See, my dad owes so much in back child support, so much so that even at 28, he is still paying my brother. Hilarious, I think. So at the time, I think he owed at least 20K in back support. Somehow he's always gone away with it by making paltry payments of $20 or $50. So he tried to make a deal with my mom. He would give her $1,000 because I know you need it, as long as she told the court she didn't want the back child support. Yeah, my mom was livid to the point she was crying. She came to my face screaming and crying, asking why I told him our business. How could I trust him like that? I finally broke down and yelled that I just wanted a dad. I just wanted someone to say, I'm proud of you, son. I wanted a father. That day I told him to never contact me again, that as far as he is concerned, I am dead. 10 years later, I don't know how I feel about it now. Sometimes I wonder if I miss my sisters more than I miss him. I guess part two will be for tomorrow or the weekend. I don't know. That's part one of my story. There's still so much more. My heart. uh, I think the thing that is painful the most through stuff like this, right, is when you're a child, you don't know you don't know what it is that should be happening. All you have for reference is your parents. You don't see other parents, you just see how your parents raise you. And when your parents aren't being great parents, it can destroy a child, And I think that's why, if you are somebody that wants to have children, please make sure that you are thinking very carefully when having a child with someone. First off, and I think this is why, if you are somebody where you have a child, but you and the other parent have separated, right? It is your responsibility as a parent. It is your responsibility as a parent to double check, cross reference, and make sure that whoever you're bringing around your kids is a good person. And I am so, so sorry that this is what happened to you, Xander. Um, it's so hard, and I can't imagine that pain. And you did not deserve any of that happening to you. Um, no child deserves to get beat up on. Like, yes, I'm not necessarily somebody where I would say that, like, I don't think a spanking from time to time is the worst thing in the world. But that's it. It's a spanking. You're not getting beat up. And this is literally, once it's like physical to the degree where you can leave a mark on your child, that is way too fucking far. That is way too fucking far for anything. And there is no reason that somebody should be laying their hands on you to the point where you're getting physically injured for the rest of your life. And I'm so, so sorry that that happened to you. Um and I will say, I will also say, it's hard when you look at relationships, because Hell, a lot of my relationships, I won't lie, sometimes I look at it and I'm like, I sat here and I would blame my parents for the way I behaved in relationships, because especially when I was younger. Um because I wasn't perfect in relationships. Like, I know I've told you guys a lot of the relationship stuff that I've been through. But I'm not perfect. Um I'm really not. I've never been perfect. I'm not like the dream girl that everyone expects me to be, especially when I was younger. God, I made so many mistakes. But I would blame my parents a lot for that, but now as we get older, it's our job and responsibility to understand that we have to be better than our parents in that regard. Uh I'm pretty perfect, or so I like to think. You are totally okay to think that. Oh yeah, definitely. Know who your kids are with. My mom learned that the hard way, unfortunately. I'll just say this. She thought she could trust my uncle with me. Guess not. I'm sorry, Kaiser. Not sure if I should say this, but I felt slightly reminded of my mom's ex-husband from that guy, though I never had much interaction with him. Funnily enough, my earliest memory is of them arguing. People are broken and fallen. This means often we may face evils from other broken people who ought to love us. Yet, because of that fallen nature, we receive what is not justified. Yet, in light of that, we can choose to be better. We can choose to do the right things against that nature. And in the moments we can't do it on our own, which is often we can call on God to help, and He does so freely, regardless of what we or others have done. Amen. Thank you, the annoying boy. I 100% agree with that. Um, uh, that seriously, that is spot on, spot on. Um, you're constantly gonna be around people of the world that are broken and shattered, and um, hurt people. I think that's the best thing I can say, because there's a lot of instances where my parents weren't perfect, and they made a lot of mistakes. Um, but who doesn't? You know what I mean? And I could sit here and be resentful. And I'm not saying for you to forgive, obviously. You know your situation better than I do. I'm talking about my situation alone. There's a lot of times where I sit here and I realize I could have been resentful and I could hate them and I could cast all kinds of judgment on them for not being perfect uh for me growing up. But the best thing that we can do is to lean on God and know that we try to change ourselves to be better from those types of situations. That way, we don't continue to spread all types of evilness and like, angry spirits and bitterness and resentfulness to those that are around us. Because I don't think it's fair to hurt people. Um, I think my biggest fear is because all of the trauma that I've been through personally, my biggest fear is that because of that trauma that I'm going to hurt somebody, and I'm not going to mean to. And there's already people that I've hurt that I didn't mean to because I was hurting. And that pain and guilt like continues to stay with me on certain stuff. Thanks for talking about men's struggles always. I thank you guys for being open and for talking to me about this, and for supporting each other, because um I think we need to have a space where we can feel, because a lot of the time when you talk to your guy friends, and I've seen this happen when guy friends hang out with each other and they're going through issues, they tend to kind of joke about it and laugh it off, but it's not something to joke around with. We can laugh through the pain only so much. Hi, Willow. Hello. Hello. How are you? Welcome in. Welcome in.
Uh, I'm sorry I came in at a bad time. I hope everything is going okay. Yes, everything is going okay. We are just talking about men's mental health today. It is Men's Mental Health Month, so we are talking about men's mental health, and there's nothing better to do than asking my community what mental health space they've been going through and where their head's been at and their struggles through mental health. And hopefully, together as a community, we can stand together and uplift each other out of the dark places that they've been in. That's why having God's grace is such an underrated thing. 100%. 100%. Having God's grace is, in my opinion, so freaking necessary. It's so necessary. Um, Learning the act of forgiveness, um, for not only others but yourself. I think forgiveness is a way to heal. And I truly stand by that. Not necessarily, I'm not saying to forgive your enemies because they deserve that forgiveness. I never think that. But I think one of the most beautiful things is that I've learned from the Bible is how when you forgive others, you are giving that energy back to them. All that bitterness, all that anger, all that resentment, you're casting that out of your body. You are literally letting it go, you know? But that doesn't mean to forget, because I think that's a misconception that a lot of people have. Forgiveness does not mean to forget and to be a doormat. Forgiveness means to let that piece of you fall off, to let that anger, to let that resentment go. Because if you hold on to that, you will continue to be angry and resentful. I'm too hateful for that. I genuinely suggest praying about it. Eh, And again, I'm not here to force my religion onto you guys, but it has been something that's helped me. And as somebody that was very angry and bitter, uh, I had to. I had to learn to pray and to give that to God. Um I'm not religious at all, but the people who are, good for them, and I'm glad if you're one of them and it helps you. Oh, definitely. At least with my friends I joke about certain troubling things in my life here and there. Yeah. Yeah, the saying is forgive and forget. Uh for whatever reason, I don't know why that's the saying. Very wrong statement. Mhm. Amen, Pixie. Thank you, poet. I appreciate you. Um, yeah, don't forgive and forget. Forgive and move on. Forgive and grow stronger. Forgive and take that lesson with you. Because I think a lot of the times, stuff that we're going through, my life wasn't really an easy life, personally. I didn't have a really easy life growing up. It was really hard at times. And I had my different struggles throughout my life. Um, but right? Um, I think one of the biggest things for me was I always questioned, why does this happen to me? Why does this bad thing happen to me? I don't understand it. It never made sense to me. Um I never understood that, you know? Um but I never realized that all of the trauma that I've went through has kind of given me a spot where I can sit here and I can empathize with you guys a little bit more, and I could tell you guys my stories, and um we can heal together, you know? I remember the moment I finally understood forgiveness. It's not about absolving the evil people who wronged me of the evil they did. It was about stepping over what they did like the dirt it was. I grew past what they did. They have no power here. I am free. Yeah, exactly. I'll move on, but I'll still talk shit on you. Is that still forgiveness or am I just petty? I would say you're petty, right? Mm, I don't think forgiveness is necessarily forgetting everything, right? But forgiveness is, like Sama said, just stepping over it, pushing past it, and letting it no longer have control of your life. Because you, like I said, it's that holding of anger, holding of bitterness, and everything like that. I knew it. I appreciate the honesty. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. You can reference it. You can talk about it. The point is not dwelling in it. Yes, exactly. Thank you, Sama. Sama is smart. Sama is smart, man. Sometimes I don't know how to say things properly, but smart. Thank you. uh, okay. Let us continue. Cough. Okay, is it on? Yes. Okay. Okay. Time to man up and speak loudly about my struggles I had, I guess. Oh boy. Bill shivers, strong shit. Alright. Off we go. I used to live on autopilot. My phone was the first thing I reached for in the morning and the last thing I saw at night. I'd scroll through commentary, arguments, and opinions I didn't even care about just to keep my mind busy. When I felt stressed, bored, or uncomfortable, I'd escape into corn or online distractions without really deciding to, just reacting. At first, it felt normal, then it started feeling like I wasn't choosing anything anymore. I'd lose hours to scrolling, get pulled into pointless arguments, and come out feeling drained and irritated. I'd promised myself I'd stop, but the cycle always reset. The change didn't come all at once. It started when I noticed the split second before I gave in, the moment I could pause, even briefly. I didn't always resist, but sometimes I did. Sometimes I delayed. Sometimes I just watched the urge rise and fall without acting on it. The tiny space grew loudly. I still struggle. I still slip, but I'm no longer completely inside the loop. I can see it now, and that makes it something I can interrupt instead of something that controls me. What helped? Love. Love helped me. Love. I fucked up to my natural instinct. I hate myself for that. But I know love can help me now. His love, God's love, and now a new man is born. And he proudly says, Glory to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit, as it was in the beginning, is now, and will be forever. Amen. Amen. Um, and that's honestly my biggest thing. And that's one thing I'll always say because, again, I'm not one to force my religion onto you guys ever. I never want you guys to feel uncomfortable with me because you guys think I'm forcing my religion on you, right? I never want that for you guys. Um but words and things, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Shroomy Army. I appreciate you. Welcome, welcome. Um I never want to force that stuff onto you guys, right? Um but I think the biggest takeaway that I've learned from God besides forgiveness is love. Love is so underrated. There is so much hatred in the world. And I don't think anyone can argue this, whether you're religious or not. There's so much hatred in the world right now. There's so much hatred that is dividing people, that is causing friction amongst people. It's causing everybody to um go against each other and everything like that. Um but there's not enough love in the world, I think, anymore. Um Everything for social media, it's I hate this person, I hate this, I hate that. Actually, and people genuinely like grow their clout and everything based off of their hatred for other things and other people, and I find it really sad. I find it really sad because hatred is the easy way. Having hate is really, really easy. Wait, I just realized, is this on your Discord server or something? Yes, it is. Yes. This is in my Discord. If you would like to give me your stories, feel free to join the Discord. But it is 18 plus. Gets First Corinthians 13 flashes. Seriously. Um, I'm not saying this in a negative way. I just don't think I could ever believe in a God. I believe if you don't see something, it can't be true or real. And I'm not here to change your mind. I'm not a pastor, guys. I'm just somebody that is religious and I'm a bit broken. And for me personally, what's helped me is religion. So that's why I reference it a lot. But interpret it to your own, into your own thing, because I think personally, right? What is the opposite of hatred? Love. That is a fact. That is a stone hardcore fact. You know? Um I want to be able to give love to people because as you guys can see, a lot of people are hurting. A lot of you guys are hurting. Um and nothing nothing's gonna help if I get hatred and I get angry and I start fighting your guys' battles for you. It could just make the situation worse. But you know what can help? Love. Telling you guys I'm here for you guys, letting you guys have a community where you guys can love one another and support each other and give each other hope. There there is hope when you see love. When you see something that you love, you have hope. Have hope for the future. And as somebody that's had a lot of depression in my life, I never thought that I would love life, and I do love life now. I love life so much, and I'm so grateful. Don't worry, if we ever meet, I'll give you a big hug, pick you up, and spin you around like I do with my little cousin. Yay! Uh, I needed someone to help fight my battles. I think I'm broken because I had to fight them alone. Thank you, Dave, for being here for us. Always. Always, always. And I think that's the thing is like, it's easy to give into anger and hatred, uh, and bitterness when you're fighting everything alone, when you don't have people to have your back, you know? But it's a lot easier to go through when you have people that love and support you fighting alongside you. Uh, I don't call myself an angry person, at least not for myself. My stepdad and his military buddies gave me a lot of strength, but school's filled with bad people who hurt others, and that's what made me mad. You know, sometimes I feel like the way I'm living is not normal, like rotting in a room for weeks without leaving. Yeah, sometimes I call myself a vampire as a joke. I might as well be, but less cool. I saw a lot of trauma in my schools and lost friends. I seen so much children, teens, and even my teachers get deleted. So now it's more of grief that I deal with now. I also wasn't big on religion till just recently, and a lot of people in church are very kind and understanding to me. I had a dream some angel or entity handed me the King James Bible. That's good. Um, finding things that will help you uh heal, whatever it is that gives you hope, that is what you should rely on. That is what you should lean into. If anything, apathy is the opposite of love. Hmm, true. Hate is not the opposite of love. It is love corrupted by pain and loss. It takes work to reshape hate back into love. Just a thought I agree with personally. No, that's a fair point. I've only had bad experiences with religion. Parts of my family are Christian, and they are cruel people. Um, I think there's a lot of cruel people, no matter what religion it's in. Don't get me wrong. I can understand your point of view because I've also seen it. I've seen people use religion as a way and an excuse to be a dick. You know, just to put it bluntly, that does happen. Um, but again, I think that's just more of a religion trauma that you have, not necessarily. Uh, I don't think it's fair to judge an entirety based off select few, you know? But that's my stance. Again, I'm not here to tell you, hey, become a Christian, rah, rah, rah. But I am going to tell you how I've healed, and this is how I healed. So, uh, take what advice you can, and what you can't apply to yourself, that's fine. But I love you guys nevertheless, whether you're religious or not. I appreciate you guys being here. And thank you guys for being civil about this, you know? It's not just religion either. People will use anything to justify being hateful. Exactly. Uh, you do gotta ask, would they be cruel people regardless of their faith? Mm-hmm. Whoa. Most people are cruel. Who are cruel would stay cruel regardless of faith. Mm-hmm. Alright, y'all, my mental health is slowly declining. That's it. I'm at around half my limit. Haven't shed a tear in 4 years. This job will be the death of me, and I accept that. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that that's what you're going through, Lord Ant-Man, but thank you for telling me your story. I appreciate you. Um, and please be safe. Try and see if you could switch jobs if at all possible. Um, I do feel bad. The brick sound effect scared the poop out of me. Yeah. Okay. Let us continue. Oh, okay, Lord Goonman. Oh, that's you. Whoa. I explained more later, don't worry. Gosh damn it, guys. What the hell? Alright. So, I'm gonna get some things off my chest that have been burning for a while, since I see other people doing it too, and it has given me the confidence to do so as well. Oh. When I was 3, my father tried to murder me, and my mother enforced me to watch as he attempted to decapitate my mother with a bush axe. My mother managed to calm him down, and they stayed together another year till the cops arrived at our home one day, a year later, and I watched my father shoot him in the face and make me and my mother clean the mess while he packed his bags and stole my mother's truck and ran away later to get arrested and do 8 years in prison before being released. And then came my mother's alcoholism. It got bad. She would drink to try and suppress her memories while I had while I had to learn to fend for myself. She would find another man, date him for 6 months, only to realize he is also abusive and move on. Then in 2017, I want to say she met a man and they got married. And at first he was fine, but then we realized he had a massive opioid addiction and was a massive alcoholic. And he encouraged my mother's drinking. They stayed married for 8 years before he finally got pissed at me and tried to beat me. I wound up nearly killing him and almost was sentenced to prison. Luckily enough, people whom were witnesses, including his sister, testified for me. Now my mother is going on 2 years sober, and I'm so proud of her. She has met a man who is the sweetest man you will ever meet, but I'm struggling mentally. I still have nightmares, and I have trouble letting someone sleep in the same bed as me, given I was molested for 2 years by my own stepsister, and I'm scared it will affect future relationships. Edit, so I wanted to thank Day, as when I met her, I asked her halfway jokingly, can you cute my depression? And she made a joke that was kind of stupid, but I loved it and wound up joining her server. And I don't think she knew how much that one little joke helped. Tell you guys, dude. I tell you guys, I'm not. Jos- Joseph, thank you for telling me your story. Thank you for opening up to me. That is hardships I can't ever imagine. And I don't think it's gonna be easy going through it. But I'm so happy that your mom is healing from this as well and choosing to be better. Alcoholism and addiction is so freaking hard. It's so hard. And I'm so sorry that you had to. I hate it because there's so many children that had to grow up sooner than they should have because they were put in survival instinct mode as children. And you didn't deserve any of that. And I'm very, very sorry. I I hope that one day the pain of it all lessens and that you'll slowly be able to feel like you have control and safety again. But also remember, you have to create an area where you feel safe. I know for so long you've been protecting those around you and protecting people that you love and care about. But remember to take care of yourself and to create a safe place for you. Because I think so many children forget that. So many children, as they grow up, they're so used to taking care of everyone and protecting people and standing up for people that they forget that they can create safety one day on their own, you know? And I hope that you're able to do that for yourself because you deserve to feel safe. Nobody deserves to feel like they're stuck in survival mode forever. And I'm so so sorry. Yeah, addiction runs in my family too. Is this like an active thing? Y'all are sharing stories while she's reading them. I just noticed there's people typing, and I guess that's in a specific channel. Yes, this is in the men's mental health appreciation in the Discord. Um so if you join the Discord and you scroll down to if you scroll down to the area, um it's underneath the talent show. Just search it up. You'll be able to see it. My grandfather had alcohol fetal syndrome. My mother struggled with alcohol for 30 years. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah, it's tough. Addiction is tough. Holy, you know the ex-husband of my mom I mentioned? Yeah, he tried to have me and her offed by somebody, something to do with life insurance, I think. I was like 3 or 4 or something. I'm so sorry. Hearing some of these makes me think that the story I shared is out of place a little. It's okay. Uh, we're gonna need some filler. Um, oh no, my mom. She asked me. She's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm okay." Plus, I have a nicotine addiction and I'm struggling with alcohol cravings every day. Trust me, alcohol is not the answer. Alcohol is never the answer. Filler? Yeah, we're gonna need some filler. Yeah, it's just mine was more lighthearted. And that's okay. That's okay. All stories are welcome. We are here to bring awareness to all men's problems. Exactly. We're here to comfort each other, to love on each other, and we are also here to make each other laugh when we can. Because sometimes we need that. Alcohol seems like a part of the equation for a happy life, to me at least. It's me again. It's you! Okay. Let me just make sure there's nothing. Yeah. Okay. So, back to Lord Goonman. Praying for you, Pixie. This isn't for the faint of heart. Thank you, annoying poet. I appreciate it. Trust me, I'm gonna do some aftercare because I know today is, again, I knew today was gonna be a very dark topic. But, uh, this needs to be talked about. And, I do truly hope all of you. I know you guys come to me a lot of the time for like happiness and starshines and rainbows, you know? Oh, it brought me all the way up. Gosh darn it. Um it'll usually be me trying to be funny and be happy and be laughing, but I think serious conversations like this is when all of us can get together and actually grow as a community together. We grow our relationship, and I think there's nothing more important to me than you guys. In the terms of my streaming career, I want to be here for you guys, and I want you guys to know how loved and cherished you guys are. Yeah, this is basically Happy Depression Day. Let's share our trauma. We're trauma bonding. You know, friends who trauma bond, we stay together. We stay together, guys. Remember, I like how we can have nuanced conversations like this. Oh, yeah. I think people hide away from real conversations. A lot of streamers hide away from real conversations, and I don't like that. I don't like that we hide from conversations. I don't think that's I don't I don't think that's good. I don't think that's good. Um I think we need to have open conversations like this. Yay! Trauma bonding! Yay! Oh, well, hopefully the takeaway is not getting each other down. Whoa! Thank you, Corla. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's exactly what it is about. Whoa! Stop it! I'm gonna read your story. Cállate la boca. Whoa! I do think it is important that we do understand that we need to be here for each other. I'm out of points now. Deserved. Deserved. We are here for each other. We are here for each other, and you're not alone. Whoa, no. Okay, guys, please let me be serious. Let me, please. I'm trying to be an emotional pixie support. I'm trying to be a support character right now. Please, can I just be supportive? Please. Come on! Just let me be your emotional support pixie. Look what I've started. Guys! I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna spit in your ear. I'm gonna give you a wet willy. Just. Well, it's getting close to midnight, so I'm gonna be listening. I don't know if you will get to my post or not before I fall asleep, but thank you for at least giving people the space to speak. Of course, Argos, and remember this will be a VOD as well. So if you want to see your area, just feel free to skip to that. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. I'll stop. Okay, I'll stop. Okay, one more. This immediately brightened the mood. You guys are amazing. I love you guys. It's good to have short breaks. It is. It's good. Whoa. Are we bullying Dave? Just a little. Ew, straight in the ear hole? Straight in the ear hole. They are out of stock, it says. I've been foiled. That's what you get. This is called FOMO. Or, no, FAFO. Fuck around, find out. Ah. Okay. Alright. Let's keep going. Now, I think why Lauren Goonman, he was stolen. Alright, boys, I'm back. For some reason, I've been getting worse mentally. It's speeding up. I'm losing my grip on my act I've been putting up for the last 2 years, and I'm worried what I'm gonna end up doing to myself when I finally snap. I feel it inching closer. Dead-end job, no friends, no love prospects in years, no motivation to change my circumstances. I go to work day after day, put on a smile, and 10 hours later, I find any way I can distract myself. I cover it all up with a blanket and I lie to myself and I say I like being alone as much as I am. I don't. Nobody cares. That's okay. Probably mostly my fault for closing people out and not putting myself out there. If I wanted to, I could probably get a girlfriend. If I put in enough effort, I could get a better job. If I did all this. If only. That's the thing about depression. It kills your motivation until it kills you. I can't do it alone. I know that. Who do I have? The one person who loved me unconditionally is dead. That spiraled me into this mess. If she didn't die, I'd probably be in college. Yeah, I know life ain't fair. We gotta push through. I pushed for the last 3 years. I put on a mask for the last 2 to hide who I really am because I don't think anyone else would like the real me. I'm hateful. Most of all, I hate myself. I hate my ability to quickly get myself to be disliked due to sharing my beliefs. That's okay. I don't think I'd have it in me to hurt myself, but if this gets worse, I think I might. I'm so fucking lonely. And I'm angry at myself because it's my fault. It's my fault because I'm scared of change. Change is the devil to me. My biggest threat in the span of 3 months, my life changed forever. I lost everything. I was already struggling before I lost my grandmother. After that, I gave up. A year later, I got my first job. After dropping out of high school, it was good for me at first, but now, 2 years later, 2 promotions in, I hate what my life has become. Truly, I dedicate all my time to work. I want to die, but too much of a bitch to do it. At this rate, I don't think I'll make it another year. Writing this has helped me for now, but it won't change anything. Edit, at 16, I was experiencing severe back pain, so I was in physical therapy, and I was depressed and calling out of school. I couldn't get up some days. It hurt so bad. I felt so isolated. Nobody texted, nobody called. I found out who really had my back at that point. When I actually did go to school, I put on a smile. The next year, my grandmother, the person who raised me, the only person who completely had my back, who I trusted, passed away. At this point, I was 17, entering my senior year. She died 2 days before her birthday. Her birthday is on September 20th. She died on the 18th. I took about a month off from school, tried to return, couldn't do it. Attendance was shit, truancy was impending.
wasn't gonna pass the classes because I'd missed so much work, but we decided I should drop out. In February, I got a job. In June, after badgering from family for good reason, and at first it helped getting out of the house and talking with people, but I think that completely changed the way I interact with people in a negative way. I'm so scared all the time now. I was never this scared before of social situations and confrontation. I mean, yeah, the PTSD kicks in when I get in an actual fight, but now I try to please everyone like a bitch. Even when they blatantly talk shit on me, I laugh it off. What the fuck is that? I don't even know what causes me to be so timid and put on this facade, but whatever it is, it's not me. It's not gonna end well for me. I can't say no. I literally, no joke, cannot say no to anyone when they ask for help. It seems so simple, yet I just can't for the life of me say no. When someone asks me to do something, I want to. I want to so damn badly. Some things might be resaid, but I wanted a complete timeline, and I didn't feel like editing. Thanks for reading if you did. Goon man. Yeah, seriously, come here. Come here. Come here, Squishy. Uh, Depression is, I'd say, probably one of the hardest struggles to go through. And I'm not talking about depression where you feel a little sad. The depression that I think affects the most people that doesn't get talked about enough is, like he said, it kills your motivation. Damn, twin, when someone else reads it, it just sounds different. Fuck. Come here, Squishy. It's okay. I'm right here. Pixie's here. Your Pixie's here, and I can give you a hug. You know what? I'm gonna make you guys a fucking hug pillow. No more gooning pillows. I'm just gonna make you guys a hug pillow so you guys can just hug me. And we can just hug each other. It'll be like a group hug. Uh. Oh my goodness. But depression is something that is so laughed about. When you're mourning somebody that you love, someone that you had all your love for and you found your comfort in, the depression that you get into after that is not something I wish on people ever. Um, you lose your motivation, you lose your will to live because in a lot of ways you never pictured a life without them. Sorry, I laugh because I'm trying to stop from crying. Okay, that you guys are learning about how I go through sadness and emotions. um, but I know it seems like I know it seems like it's been a long time, whether or not, since your loved ones passed away. But in 2018, I lost someone in my life that meant the most to me. They still mean the most to me. It was the hardest thing I think I've ever went through. And for the first few years, I shut down. I became someone I didn't even recognize. Like, when you said that you didn't even recognize who you are at this point, I get that, dude. That sucks, bro. Because you're just going through the motions, you're not living anymore. You're just you're just going through the motions and to you're trying to take it one step at a time, you know? But I can't speak for everyone, right? But this moment, this feeling, it does fade. It doesn't ever fully heal. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you and say you're not gonna sit here and cry and miss them and wish you had them, because you will. There's not a year that goes by where I don't cry and miss them. Um, but what does help is memorizing how much they loved you and cared about you. Honestly, a big reason and motivation for me streaming and for me getting out of that rut was I had a realization that the person that I lost wouldn't have wanted me to stop living my life. They wanted the best for me. They wanted me to be successful. They wanted me to grow. And they loved me. And I loved them. And because I loved them, I made a promise to them that I made a promise to them that I would work hard and I'd become the person that they hoped I would be. Because I didn't want to give up. The person that you love, that you lose, doesn't want you to give up. Remember that. I didn't cry at the funeral because I had to be strong for my mom. Then they picked my sister to speak at the funeral instead of me. And you had every right to feel upset and angry about that. You had every right to feel upset and angry. But remember, you always talked shit on her, never spent time with her, etc., etc. This anger and this hatred that you have, it's not going to be easy to heal. Um, it won't be easy to heal, but it will be worth it. Then we're gonna lie while this woman is dead next to us. But here's the thing, right? Again, I think we've established that you may not believe in religion, right? But I do think that no matter what, I do think there is some sort of afterlife, right? Where they're cheering you on, and at the end of the day, your grandma knew what she meant to you and what you meant to her. The only things that we can continue on in life is to keep our promises to them. If you talk to your grandma if you talk to your grandma about something that you were excited about, your dreams, your hopes, your goals, I would say the best thing to do in their honor is to achieve it. And that way, one day, when you achieve it, you can say, look it, I told you I'd do it. I told you I'd do it. I promised. Are you proud of me? um, and sometimes that's enough motivation to keep going. Because if you don't have that motivation to continue moving forward, you need to find that motivation in them again. Because it's the only way you're gonna keep pushing through. Crying on a Wednesday wasn't in my books today, but here we are. I miss my grandmother and my stepfather still now. I think I've gotten better at dealing with it, but damn, it still hurts. I'm like this close before I start leaking tears out my eyeballs, little ones, but tears regardless. I miss my grandma a bit, though I have mixed feelings on her. Each day, just gotta get through each day. Each day. Each step that we take is a step. Each step is a step that we didn't take before. And it's moving towards the future. And that never means that we forget the past. We don't forget the people that we love and cherish. But it means we carry them through us. We carry their story. So be the very best you can be. So you can tell their story. My biggest thing was I wanted to help people. The whole reason I wanted to talk about stuff like this, the whole reason I wanted to give you guys an outlet like this is so that way you guys can leave a part of yourselves here too. Because in a way, a lot of the reasons I stream and stuff like that, one, it's always been my dreams and my goals. But two, I'm always scared that in the future, people are gonna forget about me. And I'm used to being forgotten. Personally, I'm used to that. um, but I want you guys. I don't want just my story being told. I feel like all of you deserve to be told because all of you matter and all of you guys exist to me. Like if you're a past Shroomy, a current Shroomy, a future Shroomy, whoever it is that's watching, you guys, you guys matter. Your existence matters. Your life matters. You guys matter. Every single one of you. Like to me, I don't view my community as like numbers. Like number go up, brain go happy, you know? But I know you guys are real people because I was just like you. And you guys matter, dude. You guys matter. You shouldn't try to leave us too soon. This world has so much to offer, and I know with all the bad times that bad times really fucking hurt and really fucking suck. And sometimes life feels hopeless. But there's so much beauty in the world. There's so much we haven't experienced yet, so much you haven't experienced yet. Sister in Christ, you know already the Lord will never forget you. I know. I know. And he God was the only one there for me when I didn't have anyone. And I prayed really, really hard to be able to find you guys. I prayed for this. I prayed for you guys. You guys, your existence, your literal existence is an answer to my prayer. Like, I'm not even lying. Like, you guys are literally the answers to my prayers. I prayed for you guys to exist, and I prayed that you guys would find me. So don't give up on me. Don't leave this world too soon. The people in this community, yes. I prayed for you guys, literally. I'm not religious, but tonight when I go to sleep, I'll pray for you. I appreciate it. And I pray for you guys. You know, even if you're not religious, I pray for you guys. Hey Day, on a happy note, just wanted to say thank you for being you. Been fighting the good fight against my demons, and your Lord of the Rings reaction really helped and gave a wonderful memory to help push me forward. Thank you, Justin. I'm just so happy that I can help you guys when I can. Hey, I'm glad someone like you exists in the world. I'm glad you guys exist. Sorry. I'm sorry. I've said it before and I'll continue to say it. When you guys are hurting, I'm hurting. When you guys are sad, I'm sad. When you guys are mad, I'm mad. You know? I love you guys. I love you so much. And I can't help it. So if you guys are like, "Oh wow, you're really emotional through this." Yeah, I am. Cuz if you're sad, I'm sad. I can't help it, man. I'm a feeling person. I'm a pixie that has a lot of feelings, okay? I have a lot of feelings, and my feelings need to have feelings sometimes. Ugh. Can you read my edit on that one? I ran out of space. Yes. Yeah, I used to feel it once every few months, but now it feels like every week. I didn't know we were doing childhood trauma. Maybe I should add another paragraph or two. Well, to be fair, an essay might be enough. I'm terrified of a door being shut and a door not being held. It's like I'm back in my 8-year-old shoes again. There's much more, but I can't fit it all in chat. I get it. I I get it. A lot of people only pretend to be down with that, but then it's oh, you guys are just having conversation. I'm not gonna read your guys' conversations because I want to read just full stories, but I am glad that you guys all have been communicating with each other stuff. Okay. We are getting to the more recent stuff. I don't really have any stories other than I've always struggled mentally when it comes to trusting people. I wouldn't say it's good to trust people all the time. We are sad. Community emotions even. Yes. We are a community. We are having community emotions. Uh I can't like people. I don't struggle with talking with people. I just struggle with liking them. I like my cat and other animals, but my family and other humans just feel less than. I don't know how to put it. I just know. I just want to know, is this normal? It depends. Is there like nobody that you've ever liked? Ew, icky flesh coated. Yeah, cállate la boca. Cállate la boca. Cállate la boca. Hmm. Communal tear time. Slightly lower. Okay. Well, I think it's okay to like your like it's okay to like cats and animals. I feel like a lot of people like animals more because the thing is like animals you can predict their behavior, humans you can't. So I think it's completely understandable to not fully like people. I don't think that's necessarily weird. God bless you, Day. God bless you too, Night Owl. Uh It's never used to be a problem. It was just after my grandfather's death. I think it just did something. He was my father figure, and I think I compare people to him subconsciously. He was always there for literally everything, even helped me when my father married this emotionally abusive woman. Uh, I think that explains it. Seen the good example your granddad set or showed you and realized how rare people like that is even in family. Saying this shit to others physically got me twitching. Oh, flesh. Come here, I give you a hug. There is more of an explanation below after Funny said something. Okay. I know exactly what you mean. It's easier to type it than physically say it, and I can only really say this for myself, but saying this stuff IRL can make us fear retaliation because we are humans because we as humans tend to hate the truth even when it's from or about the people we love. Hmm. I agree somewhat. I prefer being with animals than people 90% of the time. Only exceptions is my siblings, mom, stepdad. I ain't got nobody else besides them and my online friends from the UK. Hmm. Yep, I think therapy is a sham personally, but saying it to strangers is amazing. They could tell me to fuck off because they aren't paid to support me. They can read what I say and choose from the three options. I I am not here to denounce therapy. If you need therapy, please seek it. If you think that it is a scam, look for other outlets. But don't fight your battles alone. Then you guys get into a debate about therapy. So we're gonna move on to this story. Hold on. Thank you, Flesh. I do appreciate you being open and honest about that. And um yeah, I do think it is a little bit of when you do see somebody that you look up to and admire so much, it's hard to it's hard to enjoy people when you constantly compare them to the person that you idolize, you know? I want to make sure I say the name correctly. Oh my gosh, there's so many more chats. Okay. Oh, 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 oh. I'm so happy that you guys feel like you guys can trust me with this. Okay, so this is from Trevin. Okay. My sir my story is certainly nowhere near as bad as some of the previous ones posted here, but I suppose I will put it here just so that the audience might have a breather between tragic stories if this one gets used. Mine starts pretty early, somewhere before I was 5, I think, when my dad decided he couldn't handle his depression anymore and deleted his head with a shotgun in the garage. According to my mother, I cried every night for a year after his death. Considering I had two other siblings as well, my mother couldn't really support us, even with survivor's benefits we were getting, so she remarried. Maybe a year after that, the guy she decided to marry sadly ended up being an asshole. He had already been in a previous marriage, but that ended in divorce because his previous wife was a controlling batshit individual, according to him. While he wasn't while he certainly wasn't pure evil, he was a narcissistic asshole who had no problems lying, intimidating, and manipulating others to get what he wanted. I can remember precisely one instance in my entire life, that he acted even remotely like a caring father, and that was just one time when I was in preschool and my mother wouldn't let me leave the table until I ate some squash. Of course, I couldn't, since I found the taste disgusting, and it only got worse as I sat there. So he sneakily ate it while my mother wasn't looking and exclaimed how I actually ate it so I could leave. Thinking back on it, he likely only did that so I would stop incessantly crying and annoying him, but that was again the only instance of fatherly behavior I ever observed from him. Everything else was just me trying to avoid him and not be noticeable. Sadly, I had more than just him to worry about. As I said previously, I had two other siblings and I was the youngest, so I had to deal with bullying from my older brother, who would frequently pin me down, making me panic. He likely had his own issues going on since he likely didn't have the benefit of memory loss. Continuation, so his coping mechanism was likely just bullying me, and he certainly did it often. One instance in particular is forever singed into the memory of my brother sitting on top of me and pinning me onto the bed, and I was screaming at the top of my lungs for someone to help me as I was panicking about the situation. So my stepfather barges in after me screaming for help for a solid minute, and I think he came to help, but what he ended up doing was shoving my brother off of me, shoving me off the bed, slamming me against the wall, hoisting me up by the neck, up my the wall, and then starts yelling at me to stop making so much noise because it sounds like I was being murdered and it would upset the neighbors. After that, my opinion of him was solidified and constantly reinforced with his actions since. All of this was when my mother wasn't around, of course. He never did this when she was present because he had appearances to keep up, and intimidating a bunch of kids to keep quiet is pretty easy to do. Fast forwarding and things progress how a typical bullied kid's life progresses. Get into elementary school, bullied, get middle school, bullied. I was essentially the stereotypical bullied kid who just wanted to be left alone. Of course, lacking any father figure, I had no one to talk to about all this stuff, so I was forced to just deal with it myself and often failing. I was a very angry child since I had nowhere to turn to decompress. School was hell, home was hell, everywhere was hell to me. All of this stress eventually just numbed me to things as a way to protect myself from getting overloaded. Nowadays, I am not very expressive at all, as I constantly rein in my emotions to make sure I never experience stress like that again. While I don't hate what I have become, I do find myself envious of people who can still openly express themselves, which is probably why I enjoy watching expressive VTubers such as Day. I could certainly add more, but I figure this is already too much to really use, and I don't want to bore people with the stream of consciousness, so I will leave it at this. First off, thank you for telling us your story, and I think this solidifies you guys are men. You guys are men, and I think a lot of you want to be dads. From previous conversations that I've had with you guys, um, a lot of you want to be fathers, you know? So I will say, I really want you guys to see how many, how many of these men here wish they had a father figure. You guys, I ask of you guys, I know that this is. I know a lot has burdened you guys in life, you know? But I do want you guys to find happiness. I think that's what I want the most for you guys. And if you guys aren't the ones that become a father, right? I think it's important to lend your ear and to lend stability to those that are younger than you. Terrified wannabe dads twinning. I can't with you guys. I would love to be a father, but I don't know if I could love a partner. I had a conversation with Goonman here about it. I sniffed Mr. Beast 167. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you. Welcome to the Shumi Army. I appreciate you. Ooh, that was a strained follow. I almost burped in the middle of that. Follow. There we go. My sister has a 0% chance of carrying on the bloodline. Does he smell good? I don't know. But I will say when you're somebody that's been bullied, and take this as an older sibling too, because I wasn't necessarily the perfect older sibling. I know how defensive you guys see me now. But I can admit there were times where I would bully my younger brothers. I wish I could stay longer, but I must sleep. The EST hour is 1 a.m. and my brain needs to sleep. God bless you, Pixie, and good night. Good night, sweet dreams, the annoying poet. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Day is a bully. I was a bully to my brothers at a time in my life, but we are very close now. And I did ask for forgiveness because we were kids and we didn't really know what we were doing a lot back then. To be honest, I don't think I can be a father. I don't even wish to pursue romance. I am just unsure of it all. And that's fair. It's honestly fair to be unsure. But whatever it is that will satisfy you in life, I hope that you have that. Hayden Wayne, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm a stepdad of 4. I had a good dad. I try to be a good dad to my girlfriend's kids. Their bio dad isn't. I'm just trying to figure it out and take care of a family I didn't start but ended up a part of. That is beautiful. And thank you for stepping up to be a dad because there's not a lot of men like that. So genuinely thank you. All siblings go through bullying each other phase. Yeah. I'm 15 years older than my younger sibling, so I've always been the protector rather than a bully. That's fair. Yeah, that's quite a big age difference. I gotta have my own one day though too. I believe in you. I believe in you. Um, I love my siblings, but I'm also a massive introvert too at times. My older sister picked on me a bit when I was younger, so it definitely just happens. Oh, 100%. Siblings bullying each other definitely just happens. But I know that sometimes when you're the youngest siblings, it doesn't feel fair, you know? But if you are an older sibling, you have to establish with them, you have to be willing to accept them when they have those issues, and you can't just belittle their experiences. Um because sometimes that's all you need. Sometimes to move on in life and to have that closure in life, all you need is that validation like, yeah, things were really fucking hard and I'm sorry. Um and honestly, uh I am happy that you guys do see me as an expressive VTuber. Um just a side note to the end of his saying I do appreciate it. Purple Cat 30, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Shumi Army. I appreciate you. Welcome, welcome. Um
I do appreciate it because there was a time where I used to get beat up every time I'd cry, and there was a time where I would run away from my emotions, and I kind of just shut everyone out, and I didn't trust people. I didn't trust people when I was happy. Didn't trust people when I was sad. I didn't trust people when I was angry, and I am I'm very happy that life has changed so much for me and that I've been able to heal from that. So don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on yourself. Even when times are tough, you have hope in the future. Doesn't seem like it, but as long as you reaffirm to yourself daily, I think daily affirmations are very important of saying, I will get through this. Even if you don't think you will, I will get through this. I will get stronger. I will do better. Thank you so much, Hayden, for the $20 super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. It's wild. I'm in my mid 30s and fell for a girl who was married for 8 years, whose ex cheated on her. It's nobody's fault. But it's really hard to take care of 6 people. I try not to burden my girlfriend with other problems. It's hard. It is hard. And the fact that you've been able to be so supportive, that means so much, and you have a better head than most. Genuinely, that shows a lot of strength and courage and bravery to go into something like that, and I'm happy that things are going well, but also always make sure that you guys are taking care of yourselves. Never feel the need to donate as well, guys. I want you guys to always take care of yourselves and what you guys need first. Because I know times are tough. Times are tough right now. But thank you for stepping up. Um, it's good to see good men. I think it needs to be reminded. I think people need to be reminded. All right? People need to be reminded. Good men exist out there, and we love good men. We love great men. We love good examples. Thank you. You are expressive and so very compassionate. Love you, older sister Day. Thank you. I love you too, Flesh. Day is the ideal older sister. Nobody is perfect, and it's unrealistic to expect someone to be so. I'm sure her brothers appreciate her. They do. I love them very much. I don't need money, Day. Take it all. I'll just waste it elsewhere anyway. No! Save your money. Save your money, sir. You guys gotta save up, okay? I want you guys to have a house. I want you guys to have all that you want. Because I think you guys deserve it. I love good men. No homo. You sure? You sure no homo? I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm sorry. I have credit. It's fine. No! You can't. Y'all better not ever use credit on a VTuber. I will actually beat your ass. I will actually beat your ass. If y'all ever use credit for a VTuber donation, nah. For any content creator donation, don't ever do that. It's too late. No! That's not. No! I'm poor. I'm gonna refund you, bro. I will actually send refunds. Yeah, I would never. Don't ever do that. Don't ever do that. Please, I beg of you. James. I will refund you. No, if this is on credit, I will refund you. Credit on content? That's crazy. We here at Tiny Pixie Day do not approve of using anything other than disposable income. Yep, that was a joke. It better be. Ugh. You guys are giving me heart attacks, man. Too many emotions right now, man. You're getting me happy, then you're getting me sad, and then you're getting me angry. What the fuck, guys? I'm a woman. My emotions are like a roller coaster. You can't keep doing this. It's not this time. It's my entire paycheck. No! I called out a date. No! It was small. You need your money. Don't use credit. Sell a kidney instead. No, Recon. Bad, Recon. Bad, bad, bad. Hayden, thank you again for the $10 super chat. Thank you, thank you. I just don't really have an outlet. I won't tell her things. Can't tell my parents stuff. Don't want to bother anyone. Being a guy is hard. Stepping up is harder. It's a lot. Just kind of venting. Feel free to vent, honestly. It it's hard because you want, and here's another thing, right?
My soldiers push forward!
Noble VC, thank you so much for the raid! Hello, welcome in, Raiders. Hello, hello, hello. I hope you guys are having an amazing, fantastic, lovely stream. What were you guys streaming? What were you guys doing? If you have to raid and run, I completely understand. Make sure you eat food, drink water, and go to the restroom. Hello, Samurai Raid. What were you guys up to? What were you doing? Sorry, you guys joined in a really deep conversation and topic. We are feeling a little depresso espresso, but we hope you guys enjoy the stream. Flash, thank you so much for 1,295 biddies. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you. I think it's definitely like back to like Hayden's conversation. I do think it is hard to step up and trying to be the man of the household, right? Because when you become the man of the household, you take on a lot of responsibilities. There are a lot of responsibilities that go into it. And reminder, a woman should also take into a lot of responsibilities as well, although I do think they are different. I am a traditional mindset type person. But if you ever need to vent, we do have a venting channel where you can just say like, "Hey, I'm going through this," and a lot of the guys give really good advice to each other and support. So, I highly recommend that. Please make sure you join the Discord because that is what we strive for. Is we try to keep our community very close knit. We are a brother. We are a brotherhood. What are we talking about? We are talking about men's mental health today. I have opened up my Discord. I put a little um I put a little channel in the server for men to talk about their mental health, their struggle with mental health and everything like that. Um so it is really dark and we are talking about triggering topics, so if that is something that you guys don't want and you have to dip, I completely understand. But thank you so much. Very important. I can definitely speak to that. Yeah, it's really important. But I do appreciate it. Let me also give you a follow real quick. I do appreciate it. What were you guys up to? What were you guys doing? You were playing Final Fantasy 14 and chatting with peeps? Ooh, well, I hope you had a fun time. I hope that was really good. I hope you had fun. I can't be the burden. I am the one who shoulders that burden. But when I have to fix everything that I didn't cause, it gets hard. But I fix it. That's what I do. Being a fixer is hard. Being a fixer in general is really hard as a person. I genuinely I can't imagine. I can't imagine the load that is. But if you do ever need a vent and you just need someone to talk to and you don't know how to handle a situation or something, feel free to always go in our venting channel and uh people there always are very, very supportive and kind to one another. Uh Big hugs to all the men here. Thank you, Pixel Pixie. Hello. And God bless you for being traditional minded because it's crazy how many girls will say that and be so progressive. It's crazy. I have to be a rock. My father is the bleeding heart, and we won't be able to eat if I wasn't a dick. I'm a fixer while being a fixer upper myself. Everybody's a bit of a fixer. But a fixer upper. So you're a bit of a fixer upper. To quote the best Disney movie of all time, Hercules, you know? Um It's okay. Everybody's a fixer upper. Nobody's gonna be perfect. and your partner should never expect you to be perfect. Um, I know one day when I become a wife, hopefully, praying to God, um, hopefully one day when I become a wife, um, my biggest thing is I want to bring comfort and peace to my husband. And I've said that a lot because I know the world is harsh, the world is dark, and it's very unkind to men. And I want my man to feel comfortable and coming home to me. You know, you need to tell us stories in your relationship and kids if you're still streaming. Oh, trust me, I will be. I will be. You guys will be there. Like, when I get into relationships and stuff like that, you guys will know about it. Although I will say I probably will not ever tell you guys immediately when I'm in a relationship. I'm gonna treat it kind of like a stepdad situation, you know, where it's like if I know it's fully serious after a year, I'll let you guys know about the relationship. But until it gets to that, I won't tell you guys. Cause I don't want you guys to get let down. I don't want you guys to be like, "Father," and then be like, "No," you know. uh, yeah, sounds like a good idea. Yeah, there is wisdom in knowing who is trustworthy too. I think there's a balance between taking on a burden and sharing, your burden with someone else. I can't wait till I have kids. Stepdad situation? Yeah, sorta. Also, yeah, we're your shroomies, not your kids. Uh, I see you guys as my children. Okay? I can't help it. I see you guys as my little brothers, and just like I would do for my little brothers, I would do to you guys. Uh, I work for 2 weeks at a time, 700 miles from home, but it makes me the money to take care of things, and that's where it all goes. Oh. My friends know my girlfriend, so do my parents. I don't want anyone to have any negative thoughts about anyone else. I just have to deal with it, even the dumb things that had nothing to do with me. Yeah. And it's kind of the problem is when you're going through situations like that, like you can't just like push off that responsibility to someone else. And you never want people to think ill of your partner. Um but again, is this professional advice? No. But but sometimes confiding in internet randoms kind of helps. What is this topic about? It is about men's mental health. We are talking about the issues that men face, and I have asked my community to share with me their issues, and we are kind of just going through it together. We're going through a roller coaster. But hi, Kazuma. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hello. Um, Kazuma, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Shroomy Army. I appreciate you. Welcome, welcome. Um, we are emotional roller coaster. Let me drink some more water real quick because I can feel myself just being. Ugh. Okay. All right. I'm more comfortable vocally speaking about it, but I can try and tell some stories via message. Let's see. Uh, but I'll try. Oh, I think Mountain and Dew remove their post. Okay, so let me go and see what what's the name of this one because I'm trying to find names, guys. Oh no! Darn you! Gosh darn it! Why are you like this? Why are you mean? Specola. So this is Specola. Okay. All right. Well, my story is a long one. I'll condense it down as to not bore anyone. I'll try to keep my rambling to a minimum. Haha. In a sense, my problems begun even before my birth, back when I was just chilling in the womb. My father is a high level narcissist, and because of how narcissism works, Anything that takes or is perceived to take attention off of him is competition and a threat, and it is the nature of a child to require attention. Thus, it is not really an exaggeration that, whether consciously or unconsciously, my father has always disdained me. Now, my childhood was actually more or less normal because of the aforementioned disdain of my father. He was always out of the house, and as we'll come to see, his absence was a good thing. My mental problems start appearing when I enter school. For whatever reason, my teacher decided to pick on me as a child for her to bully, which in turn led to isolation and my classmates starting to bully me as well. I would be mocked and humiliated by my teacher, even to the point of the teacher making up stories about me to tell my parents. What didn't help was that I was a smart kid, so anytime I got less than my usual straight A's, I would be brought before the whole class for her to deride. Because I was a kid, I simply didn't understand that this was not okay. This caused me to develop a phobia regarding schools, which at some level retained to this day. As time went on, my father's behavior started to escalate as well. There are a lot of things which I'll skip for the sake of time, but basically, instead of ignoring me, he became actively hostile against me, with both mental and physical abuse. The saving grace was that he spent a lot of time away from home, but even then, the situation was so bad that I was contemplating suicide. On At the age of 9, I was rapidly deteriorating, but I kept myself together through sheer willpower, which to this day I'm not sure how I had. Eventually, my father started targeting my mom as well. They would fight every day. When he was at home with him waving around with a knife on multiple occasions, when me and my sister tried to call the police, he threatened to ill himself with said knife. Again, there's a lot of crazy stories I could tell, but after years of this going on, one day I just snapped, and it wasn't anything crazy or violent, but I basically just shut down. I had panic attacks every day and was unable to even step out of our house. Shortly after this, my mom finally decided that this isn't going to work and that we need to leave ASAP to save what last drops of sanity we had left. This was when my father was supposed to be on a work trip. It was discovered that he was actually in Zurich on holiday with his side hoe. This was his, third adulterous relationship, and so we left, and I haven't seen my father since. It's been almost a decade since, and I've been healing, slowly but surely. I was diagnosed with PTSD. For years, I was basically a shut in and suffered from frequent anxiety induced panic attacks. Thankfully, I've since healed from this. I've I've still to finish my upper secondary education because anything school related causes me to basically shut down from anxiety, but thankfully that is starting to improve as well. And I've been able to start studying again and been to therapy for a long time. But the biggest improvement started after I came to believe in God and started going to church. How that happened is a long story, but I'll save it for another time, haha. But I have no doubts that in the end, this experience will strengthen both me and my faith in the years to come. After all, evil is only allowed to exist in so far as a greater good can be brought forth from it. In conclusion, praise be to God, Gloria Patri et Filio. I cannot say that, but Amen. Thank you. I appreciate that, and glory to God. Glory to God. Glory to God. And I'm glad that you found peace and that you're finding peace and healing through it with him, because I do think that's important. Um thank you. Thank you for your story, and you are very very strong for all that you've went through and suffered through. But I'm glad you came out stronger from it and that you fought through that. I think the most beautiful thing that I've seen throughout all these stories so far, right, is that everybody has a little bit of fight in them where they're trying. And I'm so grateful that you guys are continuing to try and to fight for your life. And I'm so proud of you guys for being so strong with this. You guys are all so very strong, and I hope you realize that. We will continue because there are quite a few stories, so I'm gonna go straight into the next one. because we are already at the 4 hour mark, but I genuinely want to try to read as many as I can. So I may not take any breaks this time. I may just be going from now on story to story, but we will see. If I see something, I will talk about it. Thank you very very much for sharing, everybody. Leroy, I may not have a really serious one, but one I will say is that I've been struggling to find motivations to do things since of my health physically. At least I've been wanting to try to not to try to get into art again, like legitimately, not like on and off routine, but more a bit daily than not, as well as wanting to work out and try to be more fit for myself and such. But I also just have a bit of a hard time trying to find some sort of sense of privacy and comfort because I just don't get that because I'm always needed for something because I'm the oldest and the strongest. So everyone needs me for something. And also just that I never get the chance to talk about the things I like often, like my games or the kind of characters I like in the show, or even be able to talk about what I did with my friends online because my family wouldn't care and they wouldn't want me wasting my time on doing things I should be doing as well. But I just find it hard to do those things in the first place because of the lack of motivation. Again, as well as not having a good plan on how to go about working on things, since I do as I'm told most of the time, so it's hard for me to try to do something on my own and have a plan for myself. So, oftentimes, when I do get stuck in a rut of trying to motivate myself to do things, I often listen to Doom because I like to project myself to the Doom Slayer, just doing something until it's done and trying to keep going at it. But then again, I get pulled back into reality by someone calling from my name to do something because nobody else in the house can do it. And since I don't have a job or anything important I could also be doing, I'm always needed uh, to do something else instead. I really don't want to do it. And I like having my online friends, and I've had more of a connection with my online friends than most other in real life. But sometimes I don't make time for myself to do stuff that would benefit you. Like, do I work on time doing stuff around the house to make it better or something, or just have the motivation to work out or take my vitamins and stuff? It's just, I really struggle with the motivation and the action to do anything, and it gets annoying not being able to do the things I could do or want to do. And I get most of it just is a me thing. It's something that I have to do, but it's hard to do anything when you don't want to do it in the first place. I just only want to stop being so lazy and actually get up and do something productive. But the only other thing I do other than that is just talk to you guys because it's just a lot of fun and I like talking to my friends. But even then, my friends want me to also do my best as well, and I don't want to keep disappointing people as well. I just, in the end of the day, I get so disappointed and bummed down myself. I just and don't do anything at all, and then I revert back to being a sloth and not having anything done on the proper time and doing everything last minute or just finally doing it like after 5 other times or not doing it. It's just annoying for me to not get things done when I could. It's just hard. I just only wish I had more energy for myself to do these things, but I'll try. Oh boy, that's a lot to read. Let me just try and fix that. So, I would say it is easy. I think a lot of people struggle with finding the motivation for you to do things, especially to do things that you really want to do, but you're like you struggle. I know what you mean. I feel like I get procrastinated a lot, and I will say honestly, and I'm gonna say this with love. I say this with love, peace, and happiness. All right, I say this with love, and I'm gonna talk to you like an older sister. All right. Um, Laziness, it is a problem. First off, I would like you to check if you have ADHD, professionally, and see if you need to be medicated for that. Because a lot of the times I thought I was lazy, and I realized I'm not. I just probably have ADHD, and it gets me thinking bad things, right? But also, if it is just sincerely a laziness thing, if it is only that and you don't have ADHD or any other type of thing, right? I genuinely need you. and this is to everyone, not just to Leroy. This is to anyone that feels this way. Stop making excuses because you know yourself. You know what you're doing and what can add to time and what doesn't. The moment you stop making excuses for yourself, you cannot always baby yourself. You know, and I know it's we're obviously beating up on ourselves because we're not getting it done. But rather than beating up on ourselves and feeling self-pity for ourselves in those types of situations, right? Um Rather than doing that, what would be better is to sit down and be like, okay, let's actually schedule out my schedule. This is coming from a girl that doesn't schedule anything out. Okay, so take this with a grain of salt because I don't do my own advice. But this is what I've heard is best. All right. Um you you should schedule stuff out and see, mark on priority at least a to-do list of what's the most important to you and what would make you feel the most fulfilled in life and focus on that. Um but also, yeah, like don't compare yourself to others either. Like it's not good, it's not healthy. Today I was like, dude, I'm 25 and my career has not fully taken off. I'm slowly building up my career because my career is VTubing and streaming. And as you guys can see, I am a small streamer. I'm a small streamer with a lovely, 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 amazing community. But I'm still small. I'm still small being. Um, and sometimes I worry that I started streaming too late and everything like that. Um, but, but, uh, it is I compare myself to other people my age and I'm like they have everything. They're doing everything. I'm slow. I'm falling behind. Ah, you know? Uh but but it's not good to compare yourself to everyone else, and comparing yourself to others will just make you feel unsatisfied with yourself, but then you'll also just not fully you're killing your motivation before you even start. That's the best way to put it. You're killing your motivation before it even starts. You need to have something that you can cling on to and run with, you know? Don't make it perfect. Also, this is a motto that me and my team live by. You don't have to make it perfect. Just start. Just start. Stop making excuses. Just do it. Just do it. Make it perfect later. Um, Happiness has to be fought for. A random Doom mod. Hell yeah. Uh, Earthquake hit while I am watching stream. Well, shit. Please be safe, Kazuma. 25. Oh, so cute. You have so much time to grow, Pixie. Thank you. I appreciate it. I feel like I'm slow. But we're how many? Hold on. I just want to kind of oh shit. Oh. Okay. Okay. We will get through Sky Heroes next. I don't know if we'll be able to get through everyone's. We might have to do another day on this because so many of you guys have given your guys's testimony, and honestly, or not testimony, but like you guys have given your guys's peace of mind. I don't know. I don't know if I can do all of them today. I'm sorry if I don't get to you today. Yeah, and there's someone else typing. So, I want to emotionally be able to um I had t- I want to like emotionally be conscious of all of your guys' stuff, and I've cried a lot today. I don't know how many more I have it in me. I'm gonna be honest. Um, Not because I'm crying on demand, but I also don't want to become numb to your guys' stories because all of your guys' stories is important. And so we might do another day of this next week. Okay? So If you didn't get read today, you guys will be read next week. All right? All right, let's get into Sky Heroes. 2 years ago, I lost my vision and became legally blind. I still have some vision, but as of now, I can't read, drive, see things far away, or see things in detail. I took a college semester off so I could learn how to function normally. I then attended classes again and graduated last year. It's been really devastating because I can't do so many things that I used to. I can't play a lot of my video games anymore, and I can't play the piano like I used to. But I've got other hobbies like cooking, gardening, and writing that I do a lot more now. These past 2 years have been very isolating. Since I can't drive, I can't see my friends as much as I used to, and without a car, it's been very difficult to get out of the house. And if I do go somewhere unfamiliar in public, it's a struggle to know where I am, which is why I can't go to a lot of events with friends like I used to. Lastly, it hurts how I'm unable to even look someone in the eyes. I've struggled with dealing with the guilt of my disability. I've never wanted to be a burden to my family in this way. I'm grateful for everything that they've given me, but I know how much it weighs on them. It's been difficult, but I've been trying to rebuild my life again. Recently, I signed up to a local gym. I've also been learning to use public buses more so I can get around more easily, and I feel comfortable to work again, so I've been applying to a few places nearby. I've been trying to meet new people online, and weirdly, this was the first place I thought of. So I really appreciate you all having me here. I've had so much fun participating in movie nights and chatting during streams. I know I didn't talk too much about my mental health, but this is more of what I've been going through, so thank you for allowing me to share. I hope to one day see the sun again. Oh, okay, yeah, that's what. Okay, I guess I do still have tears in me, guys. I do, I really do, Sky Hero. Oh, I want to give you a hug. I think that's like one of my biggest fears. Uh, that is one of my biggest fears is that and the fact that you are pushing through. I understand feeling like a burden to your family, but do understand that your family loves you very, very much, and they don't like seeing you in pain and suffering too. I think the most common thing is I think a lot of us wish that we could take pain away from each other, and I'm sure they would want to in a heartbeat, you know? Um, but thank you for sharing your story, and I truly hope that things get better for you and that you can see the sun again. Oh, my heart, man. uh, I'm so sorry. I'm very happy that you feel comfortable to spend time with us, and I'm very happy to have you a part of this community. But just know we believe in you. We're cheering you on, and we're wishing you nothing but the happiness. Um, yes. I think this is why God tells us to share each other's burdens. Yeah. I love you guys very, very much. Thank you to everybody that has told their stories. There are so many more stories that we need to go through. Thank you guys for opening up. Thank you guys for being such a kind and loving community. Um, oh. Hello again, fairy woman. What are you sad about? I am sad because you guys are sad. Oh no! Oh, okay, cool. That was the raid earlier. I got so scared for a second. I was so scared. I was like, no, not again. Not again, please. Um, to end it off with a happier note, because I want you guys to leave this happy. I don't want you guys to leave off thinking that all is hopeless, because it's not. All of you guys are struggling with a bunch of different things, but there's so much beauty. There is so much beauty that you guys have. Look at the bonding this led to, okay? Take me out of the equation. Honestly. Take me out of the equation. Even if I wasn't here. You guys all just relied on one another. You all shared your stories to one another. You guys all felt comfortable to talk to each other. And you guys didn't start making jokes about things or try to deflect your guys' emotions. You guys let yourselves feel the emotions that you guys were going through. I think that's something that a lot of men don't do nowadays. You guys were allowed to express your emotions, and I hope and I pray that you guys feel like you guys can be safe with one another. Because I know I'm not going to be able to respond to every message. I'm not going to be able to always respond and see your guys' story. But you guys have built this community. Each and every single one of you have supported and uplifted each other, and I've seen the brotherly love you all share with each other. That is beautiful. There is so much in this life to fight for. There is so much in this life that is worth living. And I am so honored and grateful to have such a strong and caring and loving community. You guys shock me in the bestest of ways every time I have a stream. Every time I look through the Discord and I see you guys building those friendships, that's what I want to see. I want to see you guys be friends with each other. I want you guys to have lifelong friendships with each other if possible. You guys are amazing. You're loved. You're cherished. And I'm so, so, so proud of you. I am not strong, I am weak. But you know what is beautiful, Danny? There is strength in weakness. And I've said that so many times. There is so much strength in weakness. You have to be strong to show your weakness. There is nothing wrong with showing weakness. There is nothing wrong with you that doesn't make you weak. Because of moments of weakness, that does not make you weak. The fact that you didn't succumb to it, the fact that you didn't end it all right there, that showed strength. It is an honor to be in this chat with you, my brothers. And the respect to any and all women out there in the community for letting us share to respect us. I love you guys so much. You guys are amazing. You guys are an inspiration to me. And I hope and I pray that I can help you guys as much as you guys have helped me. You guys are awesome. Love you more? I'm a heavy lurker and not used to talking. Been watching your videos for a few months, not saying anything, but this topic made me want to chat for the first time. Thank you for chatting. Thank you for feeling comfortable. Thank you to everybody that shared their stories today, everybody that shared their stories. We will be doing this again as much as we can. But I love you guys so much. So, so much. And thank you guys for spending time with me today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is the best call ever. Best call ever. I just want to hug you guys. I want to hug you. Love you, sister. I'll be more vocal in the Discord and less of a creep just reading. No worries. No worries. Definitely need to get that cult game so we can be your cult. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you guys are technically in my cult. You guys are in my Tamagotchi life. And thank you guys so much. We will be ending stream here today. Remember, I know today was a really heavy topic. Love yourselves. Do some stuff. Eat your favorite foods. Drink your favorite drinks. Get some comfort food. You know, watch your favorite show again on repeat. I'm probably gonna go watch My Little Pony because I'm sad. But I love you. You guys have a good night, sweet dreams, and I will see you guys on Friday. Bye bye, YouTube. Thank you so much for sticking around for the end of the stream. I appreciate you guys so, so much. And good night, YouTube. Twitch, if you guys could stick around for the raid, I'd greatly appreciate it. Good night, YouTube. Good night. Bye bye.